Hey guys, welcome to my basement for episode 2. If you're listening, we appreciate it. If you're watching and listening, awesome. I've had a couple people tell me they were doing homework while listening to us. We appreciate it. I'm joined, as always, by my co-hosts. Go ahead.
Keaton.
And?
Tyler.
And
we're back today. This is episode 2. The first episode did a lot better than we anticipated to do. I think we got like 60-something views.
60 views.
Which is, hey man, big deal for first episode. It's a big deal.
Yep.
Pretty happy about that one.
60 views. We're planning on doubling it. So you could watch it a few times.
Quadrupling it.
It
should end up after this one and the first one should end up on Spotify and potentially Apple Music.
Yes.
After I do that.
And recently in the podcast topic, this podcast specifically, we had a little debacle whether we wanted to change the name because there was another podcaster with a similar name. What was it? Welcome to the Basement or something?
The Basement. Shout out to those guys.
And
Can we mention our thoughts?
You guys can vote on this. We might not take it into consideration.
This is the best we came up with.
This is the best name we could have come up with. Are we ready?
Can I get a countdown?
3, 2, 1.
Mountain Douche.
Let us know if you want us to change it to Mountain Douche.
So it's either Welcome to My Basement or Mountain Douche.
That's the ones we're between. We're really 50-50 on those.
There's a clear winner for me, but
yeah, well,
it's a group effort. So we'll keep our considerations open.
So you guys want to go ahead and vote on that in the comments?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead and vote on that.
We'll start an Instagram poll. We'll create an Instagram account.
Vote for Douche.
You guys want to make a welcome?
We could, yeah.
Welcome to the Douche Podcast Instagram.
Speaking of voting, did you guys vote yesterday?
I'm 17.
Keith 17. Did you vote?
I missed the deadline. I didn't turn 18 in time.
I did, but I didn't vote.
To register.
You can get hate for that one.
I don't care though.
I don't know anything about Ohio politics.
I
Tyler,
think
not a damn clue.
Do you have any idea about Tim Ryan and JD Vance?
I know
taxing Tim. I know they have goofy ads.
I think Tim is winning.
Fuck.
By a long shot.
I thought JD Vance had it.
Well, I saw like something on the news.
It must be those late mail-in ballots, probably.
Yeah, definitely. Must have been Putin fiddling with them.
Fucking Putin. I know DeWine had fucking like two women. I don't know their names. Sorry, women, if you're watching this. But I believe he won by a landslide.
Yeah, I was saying I don't know anything about him. I know that we watched like a video of Tim Ryan's throwing the football.
Yeah, and hugging Joe Biden.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Well, how's our week's been going? Anything
Good,
exciting? Easy. I know one thing in particular.
No, nothing in particular. Period.
Call of
Duty. And other than that, I mean that is the one thing. But other than that, nothing really.
Call of Duty is in fact the biggest launch of Call of Duty
history
they have had ever.
For good reason. That shit's really good.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm starting to get burnt out on it a little bit just because I put an insane amount of hours on that game in like the first 4 days.
Yeah,
literally it was not okay.
I have like 50 hours in it already.
That's what always happens with me in the first couple weeks of Call of Duty. I was really grinding it heavy, grinding the camos and shit. Keith's mic went off.
No, my camera went off.
Your camera went off. It's okay.
We're rolling.
We'll work through the bugs. It's what makes it unique here. But as of late, I've been trying to get to bed early because I've been going to bed at like 3 o'clock, waking up at fucking noon.
We're recording this one in the morning. We decided to wake up early.
Got our coffee?
Yeah, we decided to wake up early.
We're rolling.
Sponsor.
Is sponsoring South Dakota?
No.
Badlands of South Dakota?
That ain't a sponsor. Unless they're sponsored by Diet. Unless that's a Diet Coke company.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Is that Diet Coke?
Look on the bottle. Diet Coke, B&D Dustless Eco Blasting, Deep Cut Tavern, and Dano's Welding. Thank you for the sponsors.
That's all of them.
Unpaid, we kind of just advertise for them.
This might be Pepsi, guys.
Oh.
Get it out of here.
Don't show it.
I think Dasani is Coke.
Better be. Sonic tastes like piss.
So,
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
You can't because it tastes like Diet Coke.
anyway, back to the Call of Duty topic. I know this is pretty relevant in current events, depending on if it's fucking still popular by the time we get this up in the next few days.
It should be.
I've heard a lot of actual mixed reviews about it.
About Call of Duty.
About the new COD.
Well, okay, I'm not gonna. I think a lot with the. I don't know, when you do like such a big game like Modern Warfare 2 and remaster that game, there is so much stuff that's like newer. Like the biggest negative, review I've seen on that game is only about the weapon tuning. Each gun having like 160 attachments and leveling up different guns to get attachments for that gun.
Yeah.
But in all reality, someone said like, 160 attachments for each gun. That is stupid. And I was like, yeah, but that's 160 attachments for every gun possible.
Yeah.
Like every gun has the same attachments, and you can get every attachment for each gun. Personally, the only reason I think I kind of like it is because it forces me to use guns in the game that I would never use.
Yes.
Other hand.
EF Tech Recon.
Exactly. Just get guns that
is a terrible weapon. Don't use it.
Here's I've been getting battle rifles gold, and I started, and I thought it'd be horrible. The Lockman, the first one, is bad. The TAC 5 or the TAC V.
I heard that thing's insane.
Gun is insane, and I would have never used it. It looks like a SCAR, but it's like it's really good semi-auto, and I wouldn't have done it. That gun is insane. And same thing, the F-TAC Recon too is another gun where I don't know, I would never think to use it. But also when I used it a little bit, I was like, oh, this gun's not that bad. It's not like I don't think it's like the best one.
It's all right.
But it's all right. And it's the same thing
guns.
with I had to level up some marksman rifles to get whatever. I'd use the EBR to unlock whatever. EBR was really good, and that's a gun that I would never use. But it's like it operates like an assault rifle, but it two shots people. It's like.
Yeah.
That gun is really good, and there's a lot of guns that I would never thought to use. I probably would have went straight ARs or just straight SMGs, and that's it.
The one thing that I've really heard complaints wise around the new COD is the movement is different. They said it feels more like a PUBG, which is true. Jump shotting is not meta. Definitely drop shotting.
Drop shotting's meta, yeah.
Drop shotting's the way to go.
I don't like. I hate drop shot. I have drop shot. I hate it.
Everybody.
I hate it when I get drop shot. I absolutely.
It's not fun because you aim at the body.
Yeah, and it sucks.
Then you're missing.
But I've heard people say, one of my friends actually who's not getting the Call of Duty said that the movement feels like he hasn't. I don't know if he's actually played it or not. He said it looks like just a downgraded version of Modern Warfare 2019, and I don't know if I completely agree with that. But, I mean, I can see where there's definitely similarities with 2019 Modern Warfare.
You guys play the campaign?
No.
I have not. I haven't touched it.
That's why you're still listening to the mid comments.
Damn it.
Campaign's gas. It doesn't go off anything from 2019, though, so it's like a whole new thing. But it's like, I don't know, it goes from like the drug cartel to the Middle East to like Amsterdam. You're like all over the place. It's interesting.
No, I think I played the first mission when it was downloading, and then I just didn't touch it.
What was the first? It's when they bombed that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's only I can only play that it feels realistic. That's why I think I enjoy it so much.
I don't know. I've never really been into any campaigns in it because I kind of just do it when I'm bored.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean,
that's the same with Search. I feel like I play Search after I'm completed with all of whatever camo.
I agree. Yeah.
But I've never
the one night me and Tyler grinded all day, just grinding camos, getting guns gold or whatever, and then at the end of the night we're like, we actually want to have fun.
Yeah.
We actually want to have some fun.
I've never actually gotten anything past getting everything gold. I've never gotten or a Damascus or a Dark Matter or
completion camo.
Orion. Yeah.
Like a full on.
So I'm planning on doing that.
You know how Call of Duty has the 3 developers Infinity Ward,
Treyarch.
Who do you think makes the best games?
I think that's a big. So for me, here's the thing. For me personally, zombies is the biggest thing.
Yes.
That's on the opposite.
I have bought CODs simply for zombies because I'm a zombies triad fan. But also I don't play a lot. This is the first COD I've genuinely played since Black Ops 3. I guess World War II. World War II I played a lot of, but I didn't go for completion camos. I didn't really play it. Modern Warfare 2019 I got it. Infinite Warfare didn't touch. Cold War, I played a little bit. Vanguard, didn't touch.
I hated Cold
I didn't
War.
like Cold War. I liked Vanguard a lot more than Cold War.
I didn't touch Vanguard. I didn't touch Black Ops 4.
I didn't like Black Ops 4 a whole lot, but I did grind it a lot. I thought the sniping was really good.
I never played that.
But I will say, I think Modern Warfare 2019 might be one of my favorite CODs.
I think Infinity War makes the best.
I actually regret not playing 2019 just
Infinity
because
War-
of what everyone talks about it now. So, it reminds me like if
It
that
was
game was
so
the
good.
best game. Yeah, like that game's.
Well,
But you talk about
I
it a
think-
lot.
Part of it why it was so good is like it was COVID. There was not shit to
that's
do.
true.
Yeah.
That you just,
Everyone was on.
and you didn't have any like social interaction with people, so you just played
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Dude, during the COVID era, like we would just play Call of Duty. Like we'd play Search, and I would be in my house, obviously with my parents, because nobody could leave. We'd be playing Search, and I'd be like yelling at the top of my lungs at these people on the mic, and it was literally the best thing ever. And if we'd lose, we'd have to do something like fucking 30 push-ups. Like we really got competitive with it. Like where if you lose, you.
Yeah.
But
But this Modern Warfare 2, I don't know the new maps. What else comes out? The new maps come out the 16th.
I heard Shipment got confirmed.
I think.
what about
Did I say Sunken? Sunken got? I don't know. I don't know. I
Yeah,
didn't
there's
really look.
another. Oh shit. The map from the original MW2 Afghan. I heard that's
Afghan.
confirmed too.
I did see. I don't see anything, but I know that map.
Good map.
But no, I just saw those come out the 16th, and I've actually been slowing down. Like I said, like this week, I haven't really played a whole lot. I think I played an hour like 2 days ago. But the moment those maps come out, I'm playing.
well,
And I'm on. Like that's the one thing that I got burned out on the most
That's
is
when
I'll get
Warzone
on a
comes
map
out.
and that's when season 1 comes out.
I
So
believe
that's
when-
when the new maps are
I believe when
yeah.
season 1 comes out, there's a lot of stuff coming out. Like I think they're changing Orion, is what I've heard. They're already changing the Orion skin. I believe hardcore is coming.
because
And
a lot of people were really mad they took that out.
yes, and I believe there's a prestige system and like
There
a
is.
KD system.
Well, here's the thing. I've heard that I was level 55 in like the first 2 days. So I immediately looked up new levels when the levels coming out. They're going to do it to where 150 levels come out each season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you prestige like every 55 or whatever,
Yeah.
because I know for a lot of CODs, like 55 is actually kind of low. So I don't know if it's. I think Modern Warfare 3 was like you level 70, then you prestige. So I don't know if it's going to be like that, and they're going to split 150 in half and be like 75, or it might just be level up to 150 when the next season comes out. You can prestige if you want,
Yeah.
and then go to 300, and then what? I don't know how they're doing, but I know it's going to be 150 levels each season, which is what I read, and then and like you said, the Warzone comes out, and I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't play.
I'm not a war. I'm not
yeah,
crazy
I'm
Warzone.
not a massive.
I might
Warzone
get
fan.
into it.
I like Warzone.
I think what the difference is, like with this COD, which is I think why it may go down for us specifically as one of the better CODs, is so if you don't know us personally, like we're all in high school, but we do college classes predominantly, and I think you guys got to go to class every now and again.
Mm.
No.
Well, I go to a class like 2 days.
Yeah,
a
I do
week.
I do all online,
Yeah.
so I can play all night, sleep in the morning, or sleep in late into the afternoon, or
Yeah.
whatever I want to do. So, like the grind is on. Like I don't have to go to school and think about COD.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
It is kind of
I
odd.
think-
Adults now.
Call of Duty fucked me up so much that I was like, because the first like week it came out, that's all I did.
We had a LAN party, dude.
I was like, I
That shit
need to
never
do
happens.
something. Like that's all I've done is COD.
Yeah.
So then I fixed my sleep schedule 2 nights ago, drowned myself in melatonin.
Oh,
Didn't know if I'd even wake up the next day. Like I was having dreams about fucking some weird. This dreams I had this morning, when I woke up, insane. I can't.
You want to talk
explain
about
it.
them?
I don't think I can. But like it's just
Might wind you up in the clink.
yeah.
No, you're
Slam
putting the
up.
The
slammer
slam
for
up.
dreaming.
Yeah, dude.
They watch. The government's watching your
He's
dreams.
dreaming too damn big.
Also,
they're gonna censor your
Birds
ass.
aren't real.
Valid.
Really. Really.
That is a conspiracy.
I mean,
See, I would think they're not real, right? And then have you ever like killed one?
yeah.
And they got the wiring in them.
No.
I think it is pretty crazy though. I have seen birds like sit on a power line, and then
Where they get a recharge.
these little tubes come up
That's
out
where
of
they
the,
charge.
well, these little tubes come up out of the power line and
Go right into
refill
there.
them with bird shit.
Really?
So when they fly around,
Don't
they
think
get
I've ever
refilled
seen
with
this
bird
happen.
shit,
They
yeah.
always hit
No,
Garrett's car.
I believe you.
I saw it. Yeah,
They
yeah,
do, dude, and they always
The
have, like-
government's watching
Yeah.
you.
No,
That's what
dude,
that
they
means.
always shit on my car, and I got a black car, and you can always tell what they've been eating because it's a little color to it, like a little like they've been eating berries or
I
something.
know the berries.
Oh,
the berries,
dude.
Yep.
Don't even
No.
get me started.
But like I said, I've seen those little tubes go up into the birds, refill them with bird shit.
Yeah, it
that way,
happens.
and that's I don't know, it's a really good ruse they got going on there, to where you can't tell.
And they're recharging up there, so they can go out and stock
Yeah.
some more.
Yeah.
I heard it's
yeah.
called Operation Nimrod.
A cousin of mine, cousin of mine, was actually like a bird watcher. Worked for the government, and his job was to watch this one bird.
Really?
Had a serial number. He watched it on his iPhone.
You know what kind of bird it was?
Buzzard.
Actually,
It ate a bunch of cow shit, and that's it.
Brendan said one time there's this job in West Virginia where they pay you like it's some outrageous number,
like 80 grand a year.
like something stupid for
I
all you do
remember this.
is walk through the woods and pick up the dead birds. Like that's all you do.
And it's
What the fuck do they do with them dead birds?
probably research.
Not research, bruh.
Probably,
They send them back to the CIA and they just
probably they take the chip out of him and watch the footage.
Yeah.
That's
put the new
it.
chip in.
Like,
Yeah.
it's obvious.
They want to see what people are doing in the woods, man.
Some aliens.
Yeah.
The lizard
It could
people.
be.
Tyler really
Have
wanted
you
to
guys
talk
seen the
about
videos?
this.
Have you guys seen any? Have you guys seen any videos? I don't even know the one video I saw. Have you guys seen any of the videos of like the celebrities? They're almost like teasing it. Like I watched a video of like this lady's on stage. Yeah. This lady's on stage and her one eye keeps like closing. Like, she's doing the doll thing. But then the celebrity presses her face right here. The eye opens back up and then go down. And she presses her eye again. I think it's a good joke. I think she's doing it on purpose. But like,
have you ever seen the video of?
Kind of cringy. I don't like it.
What is it? Mark Zuckerberg? Is that the owner of Facebook?
Yeah, that's the lizard guy.
And he was on an interview, like a fucking nerdy tech interview, and they tried to get him to take his jacket off, and they were like, yeah, this is like a very special jacket from Facebook or whatever, like from like I don't know the whole backstory, but I've seen the video, and essentially you can find this. Just saying, this isn't like the last thing I talked about that might have gotten blurred out. You can actually find this. He has this jacket on, and the interviewer was like, "You look hot. Like you look." He was visibly sweating
Take
and
your
hot.
jacket off, yeah.
And when he said this, he's like, I don't want to take the jacket off. And I was
Maybe he's just self-conscious.
no, he's like visibly getting uncomfortable. So this lady takes the jacket off of him, and inside of it was a triangle with the eye in it, in like red. And he was like visibly uncomfortable that everyone saw that.
Like the Illuminati type.
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, it's the all-seeing eye. They're the ones that
Dude.
put chemtrails in the air.
Do you think that like a certain group of people run everything?
I don't know if they run everything. I know
That's what Kanye's been
Well,
prophesizing.
I know there's people like above the president.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I know. I know
Our president,
that.
dude, they gotta wipe his
Yeah.
ass.
No,
Those people are definitely some way above him.
like
Confidently.
Yeah, no, I know there's
I'd
like
wipe his ass.
there's definitely a higher power. And I don't know if they run the whole world.
I don't think they run the world. I just think they run the media, and they kind of like
The media runs the world.
the media runs the people, so therefore the media might run the world. But like I said, Kanye's been prophesizing. Whether you like Kanye or not, I'm just here to say I don't really care what he says.
He's the goat.
Obviously, I'm not going to stand everything he says. I just think he makes good music, so I don't really pay attention to what he says. But he does say a lot of times that like contracts that they sign are like really bogus.
Oh well, that's been a thing in the music
And
industry
like
forever.
slavery.
Yeah, there's been a thing. Well, have you seen any of the?
Dave Chappelle said something.
There's a ton of stuff going on like in foreign countries and stuff about like, I think there's just Korean pop guys, like K-pop guys, but I think it's just other people like K-pop guys who just kill themselves because they're like they sign their entire life away, or they're slaves. They have to do everything under like they have no freedom. They have zero freedom where like they sign it away to something. And there's a lot of sketchy shit going on there.
I mean, I don't know a whole lot about Korea.
Who's the one? Is it Britney Spears?
Oh my goodness.
The Britney Spears shit, where like she had a contract with I don't know something like with her dad or something.
Dude,
I don't know anything about that.
There was a South Park episode, and if you know anything about South Park, like I'm an avid South Park fan, right?
Cartman.
It's obviously a a very goofy show, and they do a bunch of like very testy things. But if you really look into it, like I'll give an example. There was an episode about where Cartman, who is probably one of the greatest villains of all time, if you ask me.
He ain't a villain. He's a superhero.
No,
He's an anti-hero.
Don't say that. No, you're gonna get canceled. Anyway,
I don't care.
What happened was he had these what were called crack baby. He had a crack baby basketball league. So like while these babies were in the womb of a crack addicted mother, Cartman like went around and was like, we would like them to play for Crack Baby Basketball Association, right? Okay, and the mothers were like, do they get paid? And he's like, no. And they're like, why? He's like, because the rules say so. He's like, and then he's like, I don't make the rules. I just write them up and then enforce them. And basically what that is a shot at the NCAA because they don't pay the players.
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff actually like ties into things and just making fun of that and kind of like
Yeah,
to
yeah. Well, that's how like, every South Park episode is. They're shooting shots at fucking somebody somewhere.
Okay, so what's
there was an episode about Britney Spears where they were like everything Britney Spears did, like everything, like the media would either like criticize her, like she would literally just be like walking and they're like, oh, like what a slut, and they would like everyone would huddle around and take pictures of it, and it was all like a joke, right? And then this is like when South Park gets really deep. They ended up like killing Britney Spears. Like obviously they say she did it to herself.
Yeah.
But the media like pushed her to do that because everything she did, they were like in her ass.
Yeah.
You saw Andrew Tate talk about this type shit?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Where he says like there's this.
I don't know. It's just on TikTok
There's
constantly.
this bigger group of people that run the world, right? They run like all the economy and over the presidents. And he said they every person has 3 strikes, right? The first strike is where they try to cancel you, which they tried to do to Andrew,
Mr. Tate, and anyone really.
and then they try to put you in jail. And if they don't do that, they try to kill you.
Then they kill you.
And I remember Andrew said he told everyone, he said, to all my fans, I would never kill myself.
I would never kill myself ever. Never ever would I ever kill myself. So if I end up dead,
Also, I think that like people who know things that are truthful and have such like a small following that like 10,000, 30,000, like not as high level as an Andrew Tate, a Kanye, or a Donald Trump. Not like categorizing them together, by the way. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like they're high figure people who tend to be on in the opposition, right?
Yeah.
They can get killed. Smaller following can get killed.
Yeah.
It looks real weird if Kanye goes missing.
Yeah.
Or Donald Trump or Andrew Tate gets whacked.
Well, that's the thing about Kanye that's actually kind of scary. It's just like with everything going on with Kim and all the pictures of Kanye looking like, look how depressed he is. Look how whatever
dude.
it is. You know, if he committed suicide, there's definitely some people out there to be like, oh, saw it coming. He's lost his whole family. He just lost $2 billion in a day with all his records. He just lost everything.
He lost more than that, dude. He lost his Adidas deal. He lost his.
I still think it's like $2 billion.
It was $2 billion.
I thought you said 2 million.
No, he
yeah,
said
2
no,
billion
it said
sounds about
it said
right.
2 billion because Yeezy got taken away. Like all of his deals got taken away.
Funny thing about him is, I
Plus
love
his bank
Kanye.
accounts and stuff.
I love Kanye. After he said the anti-Semite shit, he did try to go to Skechers and get a deal. And they're owned
Which
by
I don't.
Jewish.
Yeah, somebody said something to me about that. They were like, yeah, well.
They have a Jewish leading, so.
Not
a good idea.
It didn't work out very well. Yeah, no. I saw.
I heard they kicked her out immediately.
No, I saw he walked up like the receptionist and was like, "I want to talk to the elites. Let me in. Let me in though. I want to talk to the elites." And the lady was like, "Listen, pal, it ain't gonna like you.
Dude,
get the hell
some
out."
of the shit Kanye says though is like very facts.
I think a lot of it's right on the boundary. There's a line, and a lot of it's right there, and then the anti-Semitic shit came out, but a lot of people have said the same shit Kanye's saying. A lot of people have said
I
it.
still fully don't know what he said.
It was something.
He was
about
gonna
Jews.
say. He said he was gonna go like World War III on all the Jews or something.
Yeah, somebody said that, but then I don't.
It was
I
some
haven't
movie
seen,
that he.
I haven't seen the quote or anything, and
I did.
yeah,
I saw
no,
it.
I didn't. But then I also heard he said something just like Jews run the world.
Which
Jewish people run the world.
Well, the
Which
thing
people
is,
have said that,
Could be.
quoted
The
like a
thing
million
is-
times.
I've heard that since I was little.
Yeah, like I've heard that.
do you guys
by a bunch
believe
of
in?
people.
Do you guys believe in like hate speech?
What do you mean?
Do you think that hate?
Like, do you agree with all
do
of
you,
it?
no, I'm,
No.
s- I'm no, no, no.
No,
Obviously,
I do not.
obviously, not everyone agrees. But do you believe in you should be able to like voice your opinion,
Well, I
regardless
think-
of what it is.
I think voicing your opinion and hate speech is two different things.
I agree with that. Hate speech is like, I want you to die because you're this.
I
Yeah,
think-
that's a very racist thing. Whereas voicing your opinions is
I think here's what I think. Right. I think there are like a certain group of people that agree with like super racist remarks.
yeah.
Like on Twitter. We'll talk about Twitter specifically, right? So you
By
post.
the way,
let's
love
say
what Elon Musk is doing.
I was just gonna get into that with this. So let me say this first. So Kanye says what he says about Jews. There's a very small percentage of people that are like, I also hate Jews.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But most of them are like, what the fuck, Kanye?
Yeah, like what are you doing?
Like they'll either boycott Kanye, or he's gonna receive his own consequences for saying that.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
think, right? But then there's also like he
No.
could start a
You don't
rebellion.
think he will? He already did.
I think Kanye's untouchable.
But no, but you would understand.
think
He already did. I'm not saying.
I think he wanted out of the Adidas deal, and
I've heard that. I've heard that too.
That's
But guess
what I
what?
think.
I've also heard he wanted out of the Adidas deal to go solo. If he wanted to go solo with Yeezy, why in the hell is he showing up at Skechers?
Well, you know what they also don't tell that Kanye does? Well, actually, I saw this the other day on Twitter. Kanye posted screenshots on Twitter of this guy that I don't know who this guy was, but it's basically he said that I told you guys they tried to tell me I was like mentally fucked up and they tried to put me on pills
Yeah.
because this guy was like, Kanye, if you don't fix your shit right now, I'm gonna like prescribe you to your zombie like you used to be.
Yeah.
Like he said that, and Kanye exposed that and put it on Twitter, and he's like, I told you guys. So then like it kind of makes me wonder
That's weird. Yeah, that's odd. But
I think Kanye is very unique, but I don't know. I mean, obviously you can't agree with everything somebody says. Certainly, I don't agree with anti-Semitism. Like my buddy Cartman.
I think some of the anti-Semitism shit is blown way out of proportion. Maybe not for Kanye as much, but like Kyrie.
Yeah, he literally.
Kyrie, you
I
hear
have no
about
idea.
Kyrie?
I have no
Dude,
idea about Kyrie.
He
Talk
shared
about it.
this video on Twitter or something, and I guess it had some type of anti-Semitism in it. But he stated he enjoyed that movie, and I guess he said it was because it showed like his African roots on somehow how it related to Jew. It was like, I don't know. It was very minimum with the Jewish thing.
It's
And now
'cause he's Muslim.
Kyrie's getting fucked from everybody, and Kyrie's just like, Kyrie even like said apology and everything. He said, just because I enjoy that movie does not mean I agree with everything
Yeah.
that was said in that movie. And now like the NBA,
That's
Do you
like,
think
in the
it's- do
movie
you think
Inglourious
it's a-
Bastards. It's like
Do you think it's a hasty generalization to assume that because he's a Muslim that he hates Jews? That's essentially what they're doing. I feel. Because let's say if I posted that and I was like, I love this movie, they'd be like, oh, he's appreciating the black heritage.
yeah.
Right?
But I
But
don't-
if Kyrie posted, he's like, he must hate Jews and likes Kanye because and they're already trying to get Kanye, or they're already trying to get Kyrie because he refused to get the shot.
But he's also got some real controversial shit going on. And I'm not gonna
Yes.
like. Well, there was a big point in time when even I thought Kyrie. I was like, this guy's out of his fucking mind. He's fucking.
I think
crazy.
I think
when
Kyrie.
he was doing all the flat Earth shit, and then what was the other stuff going on? Where he was just doing all the flat Earth shit, and then making all the controversial remarks about I don't know. I think he said something about just like his previous teams and stuff,
Yeah.
and just like psycho shit.
I think regardless of if he's psycho or if you think he's psycho, if you disagree with him, which I mean I don't agree with everything.
Which
Kyrie
I'm
does.
not saying I still believe that. I'm just saying there was some shit where it's like, what happened to him?
Yeah, I
Because
think
there was a huge turn.
I
like
think
he
the
switched.
I think the
I think-
NBA is so like corrupt with you have to say this and you have to fit this certain image.
that's what I'm thinking.
Kyrie is the only dude that will like stand up for like what he actually believes.
I don't know if I agree completely with Kyrie, but
Yeah.
I respect him for standing up for what
like
he believes.
almost
and
rebelling.
it's not even rebelling. It's just you tell me to do that. I'm doing what I want to do.
Yeah.
What's best
Well,
for
that's
me.
it's like what Aaron Rodgers is doing.
Yes, and
Yeah, well,
I
those
think
guys are-
going back to Gary said, I think pro athletes have this like scripted thought process and
Yeah.
everything.
Where they
has-
have a stigma like we have.
and
Yeah.
what
everything
is
has
that-
to
I'm
be
this.
like
I'm
this.
this.
I'm
And
here
what
to
does
play
that do in the
basketball.
what does that do in the media? It influences.
Yeah.
Like if you are like a
Well, they-
huge if you were like a huge, let's say you're a huge LeBron fan and LeBron's like if you don't get the vaccine, I'm not
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
not
no. Well,
taking
think
a
about
stand
did
on
you
the
guys
vax.
have any sports heroes growing up?
I like
Like
Kobe
think
Bryant,
about think about
LeBron,
playing basketball, playing football. You look up to
Justin
somebody.
Fields,
Yeah. You look up to somebody as a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Braxton Miller.
And it's just like anybody. I mean, I did for a long time, and I'm talking like elementary school when I was playing football.
Yeah.
It's like I had my guys I looked up to.
But now they
You know what I
have a way to talk directly to you
Yeah.
through the media,
And I feel like
and they
too,
can say like whatever.
most professional athletes kind of don't have a personality in some ways, and whenever someone like goes against or just kind of like states their own opinions, it relates them to you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I agree with everything Kyrie says, but like just like he's relatable.
It
in ways
feels like a more personal
Yeah.
relationship going on, like a personal confrontation.
I
going
know
on.
I
Yeah.
kind of know what he thinks a little bit. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, and
I
also
know-
like
I know a little bit of how his brain works,
Yeah.
and that makes you just that much closer to him.
because any other time the only way you would be able to see Kyrie is what he does.
Yep.
You would never
On
be
the
able
court.
to. You would never be able to see what he does outside of basketball, other than like in an interview. Which, in the interview, like let's say a post game interview, he's very scripted because not everyone like you got to keep a good image in an interview, right?
Yeah.
Whereas, or like back then, the only time you would be able to see them is on the court, on TV, or in the post game interview, unless you somehow meet up with them, right? Now, something might happen with Kyrie in his personal life that he could get angry. I'm not talking Kyrie in general. Anybody could do this. He can get angry and immediately have an angry outlash immediately with like a couple thumb clicks.
Yeah.
So like he could just be like, some white lady cut me off. I hate white people.
Yeah.
That's it. So, but I think the NBA is getting very, very media like, and I think it is about basketball, but I think a lot of like what they do off the court is like they might be paid to do by the NBA.
Like just like a lot of the, I don't know, like a lot of their like everyday lives.
Not necessarily their everyday lives, but like their influence.
Oh yeah. I see where you're coming from.
Because
Well,
they all
it's just like
seem
the
to be
thing-
pushing one narrative.
Well, and that's kind of the thing where I feel like there's a lot of guys that almost stay out of it though too.
I agree.
Why?
You know? Yeah, like Kawhi
But if you
stays
stay
out.
out of it, you're not as popular. You
Oh,
don't have
yeah,
the,
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have the big time shoe brand deals.
Well, think about just think about the thing. Yeah, exactly. But think
What
about
shoe
guys-
brand does Kawhi have? Does he have his own shoe line?
I thought he did.
Nobody's rocking Kawhi Leonard's.
I don't know.
Everyone's rocking LeBron's. What does LeBron do? I remember that one time me and Martin Luther King. I used to call him Pops back in the day. LeBron is a fucking. I love LeBron. I used to love
fucking
LeBron.
hate LeBron.
I used to love
I
LeBron,
hate
and he's
LeBron
a
with a
chronic
passion.
liar to make himself
is.
sound like he's
God.
Black Panther. He's like, yeah,
Do
me
the
and
X, Tyler.
he's like me and George Floyd were kicking it the other day.
Back in 2011, I told all my homies, me and Takeoff were real close.
Yeah, dude,
I
like
loved
stuff
it.
like that.
I used to listen to Migos, and they didn't make the first album. Until
I do love
2015.
LeBron. I watched
I don't. I think he's
More Than a
bitch.
Game. Have you ever seen More Than a Game?
No, that's his documentary, isn't it?
It's not
No,
even
I've
his
seen-
documentary.
I've heard Forever by
It's
Drake.
his high school team's documentary.
That made me like LeBron a little bit.
No, that whole music video is about LeBron, and it was oh my god, dude.
The-
Back in the
the-
day, watching it, I'd be like,
if anyone out there has seen the More Than a Game documentary, it's not even about LeBron. It's about like his team. It's very barely about LeBron.
really?
It's about the
St. Vincent.
yeah, the coach. It's about how the team somehow came together and got on like a national scale. But what's crazy is LeBron went from high school basketball player, he's pretty good, to selling out the Akron Zips Arena because the St. Vincent St. Mary gym was too small.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was a celebrity.
Hey man, he is phenomenal. By the way,
He's a good basketball player.
Oh,
Well,
As a person,
He's
top
almost
two.
40.
He's top two for
not
sure.
top two.
He's top two.
Top three.
He's top.
on the GOAT debate?
Who you putting?
You guys want to have the GOAT debate
Let's
right
not-
now?
Who
I-
you putting?
I
You
would
putting Kobe
fucking-
in front of him?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would
No.
die.
Kobe
I
from
would
him?
die
No.
on this.
Tyler's put Kobe in
I
front of
would
him.
die on this. MJ,
Kobe,
LeBron.
That's what Tyler thinks.
That's what I'm thinking. I wouldn't say Kobe's one though. I'd
No.
say MJ. I will
Jordan's
say
one no
I
matter
will
what.
say listen. Everyone used to like dog on Kobe.
Then he died.
I think everyone used to dog on Kobe because they'd see how he played, but then they saw like everyone saw what kind of work he put in to be able to just play like that.
Yeah.
He wouldn't pass the ball because he's like, I got this, and he did though. He did got this.
But
To a degree,
He dropped
I
80.
do not like watching that. But if you're in the NBA,
No, but in
it
all-
is
but-
very.
It's
But
his
in all-
job to
okay.
win.
but in
It's
all
okay.
reality though, does putting in all that work outside of basketball make you the best basketball player?
Dude,
Like, does that really matter? Does that matter?
The Mamba mentality is very real. Like later in
Oh,
his
yeah,
life,
yeah.
after
Kobe
he
was the
retired,
most mentally tough dude.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
later
for
in
sure.
his life, after basketball, he got really into like motivational speaking and like speaking about how he thought.
Well, he's also
And
Kobe Bryant, so no offense, he could walk into any school ever and just speak bullshit for 5 minutes, and
It
everyone
would
would be
no,
like,
it would be like it would be like no, it would be like
Yeah.
TED Talks,
yeah, I knew that, yeah.
but they
There's
were.
the one clip of him talking to Kanye. You know what I'm talking about? The one
Oh,
meme,
he's
you
like
know
he's
what I
like
mean?
he's like what he's like what does that mean, Kobe
Win
Bryant?
more. What the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
Yeah. There was also back to South Park. There was a South Park episode about Kanye where he was like, they asked Cartman and Jimmy, the special needs kid, were like,
Can't say that.
special needs. That's an
You can
appropriate
say
term.
it. You can say it.
Special.
Actually, I will say, the
I
R
think that's
word.
worse.
The R word is technically the appropriate term.
Not right now.
Not right now. It technically is.
Say it.
When technically it was years and years ago.
Still is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Look it up.
No, it's not.
I swear.
I have looked it up many times.
Okay, back. We're gonna get off this. Anyway, they were like, I'm gonna ask. They're like, do you like fish sticks? And any response is,
I love fish sticks.
what are you, a gay fish? And they asked Kanye this, and he couldn't understand the joke. he's like, am I a gay fish? So anyway,
That's a good episode.
anyway, he embodies being a gay fish and makes a music video about him fucking fish. Because he's like, maybe I am a gay fish.
Mm-hmm. Have you what? Okay, so I was watching South Park the other day.
Oh,
And
I love South Park.
I'm not as big into it as you are, of course.
Oh, of course not. I used to watch it
What
when I
is
was
the
a toddler.
correlation between when all the KFCs in Colorado run out and Cartman goes on like a fucking
Yeah, he goes
side
on the trip.
quest
He goes on the trip. Yeah.
to get
he's,
KFC?
He's selling it himself.
I know.
They're monopolizing
Yeah.
it.
So it's like it's basically a big drug cartel, but it's just with KFC.
So that's what I
KFC
kinda
gravy.
thought.
Yeah.
And
He's
he
like,
takes over.
You got the gravy? He's like, you only got gravy? And he's like, whatever, you don't have it. It's-
That's a great episode.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah.
I used to see the Integrity Farms episode, like every day on
Integrity
TikTok.
weed.
Like
Is
that.
that the weed one?
Dude, Randy Marsh is probably one of my favorite characters.
I love Cartman.
Where he
They
takes the
started-
world record dump.
Yes. And it's
That
just
one.
Bono.
Yeah.
Bono is shit. That's what
And
it is.
then I don't know. I've seen the
There was
one
this-
where he carries around his balls in a wheelbarrow.
And he's bouncing around. He fucking like he has one of those like reflectors for the sun on his
Yeah.
balls. He like gets real close to the microwave and he wakes up and they're massive.
That's
And then
a
he
good
could just
episode,
smoke
too.
weed all day and bounce around on his balls.
What a dream! What a,
I mean, essentially
that's
that's
about
what we
my
all
dreams
want.
were last night.
That's essentially all what we want, right? Bounce around on our balls.
that's about it. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
you want to be inside the brain of a teenage male. That's it.
Big balls.
That's what I want. Speaking of what we want, I had a slight paradigm shift this week. Decided, hey, maybe I ought to go to college.
Yeah, that was true. You guys were. I completely forgot about that. I've been on the college track like my whole life, where I've always wanted to go to college, and I knew I was going to. I was talking to somebody, but I think I was talking to my brother about it. But I was like, he was like, can you?
We'll say Miss Cartman to keep her incognito.
Well, yeah, I
It
blow
doesn't
that out.
matter.
No,
You
I
can say
will.
whatever.
blow
It's
that
too
out.
late now.
Yeah,
No,
don't
no,
care.
I
You say
can
what you want.
actually show
She
whatever.
doesn't care.
Miss Cartman.
Mrs. Cartman.
Mrs. Cartman asked me about it and was like, do you know if Tyler and Garrett are planning to go to college? And I was like, wait a second. I don't know. I said, Tyler, I think you had told me at a point in time, like, you want to go get a degree. I think you said you wanted a business degree or something. And then I asked Garrett one time, he's like, nah, I'm not doing it.
I didn't want to go to college. Currently, you probably don't care. I'm in real estate school, so I planned on doing real estate full time,
But-
making money in real estate while I lived at home, and like saving up money, investing, and just trying to get my money, like to make me money.
But your guys' whole plan is the trains are coming.
The train is coming.
The trains are coming now.
The
That
trains
was
are-
the whole paradigm shift.
Next fall.
So
It was the shift went from I'm gonna stay at home and get like a head start on everyone else, and save my money up, and then invest and make more money, which is a good plan. But I really feel like I might need the college experience for me to like shape my character a little bit more and then go into that.
I have actually heard going to college. I feel like a lot of people have the expectation of going to college is going to give you all the in and outs on how to operate your career. Like for example, if you're going, well, here's the thing. That is a common misconception.
Yes.
Where people who are like, I'm going to go to college, and if I go to college and I go into this major, I'm going to know everything about it. I'm going to learn how to do this. But I
All
also
it does
have
is make you certified to do that.
certified. But I've also heard people who have went to college just say, college, in all reality, just makes you a better person in a way.
I've heard.
Where it makes you a better critical thinker.
Discipline.
It lets you discipline. When you get a problem in front of you, it makes you a better problem solver. It makes you better at teamwork in a way, but also working on your own if you don't have that option. Like it just makes you a better at using your brain,
Yes.
better at solving problems. Like, and I actually thought about that for a little bit. Imagine not going to school for your whole life, right?
Yes.
And just having somebody, reading and your basic,
Yes.
whatever. But imagine somebody gives you a problem and is like,
A college
figure this
level.
out. Figure this out, and what are you gonna do? Because guess what? And like
Google
in the
it.
real world, imagine being an engineer or whatever, and you can't think on your own.
I think that's what college would shape your like critical thinking skills.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yes.
saying. Like I feel like, and I've heard that it just makes you a better critical thinker. It makes you better
If-
at applying knowledge and stuff like that. Better than just giving you the knowledge and saying, here's the gas, here you go.
See, I was looking at college from. You can say what you
you're
say
already
in
in
a
it.
minute.
Just,
I was looking at college from like the bigger picture of spend a bunch of money, get a degree that I might need, and I wasn't thinking about what college could actually do for me rather than the money I spend in the degree.
Well, that's also a big thing. I don't know. College. People say college is a huge scam or whatever, and
I don't think it is.
Well, here's the thing: having that put in your face or whatever, and just like at my work, whatever. Every guy that comes in is like, "College is such a scam. I went to college and I got this degree." I know a guy who came in and was like, "I got
art degree.
I know a guy came in and was like, "I got a degree in this, and I have not done this my whole life."
those dudes work like 60 hours a week in
Yeah,
trades.
but also you got to think about those guys right there. Like, oh yeah, college is a scam, whatever. And it's like, if you invest your money right, you won't be in debt your whole life.
Yeah.
If you do the right things, and like I said, I think I might go to a smaller college. I might go to OUZ or whatever for so many years just to save money, and you do it smart instead of let's go to this D1 college and let's like do this shitty major or whatever. Like there was a guy that came in and said, my grandson is getting scammed in college and his major is fishing. I promise you.
Fishing?
He said he wants to be a pro fisherman. And I don't know if it's
Is he on
D1
the-
or whatever. He said he wants to be a pro fisherman, so his major is fishing. And he said all he does all day is fishes. He goes out to fish, and that's his major. Now, I'm all for it, dude. I want to hop on that train.
I would love to do that.
But think about thousands and thousands of dollars to go out on a boat and fish all day,
yeah.
which is something you
can
go
watch
and
a
talk to your
fucking YouTube video.
yeah.
See,
go up
I
and
think-
listen to your grandpa for 2 hours, and you're the best. You're 100% better at fishing.
I think what I'm going to college for, obviously, like a degree in case what my ballsy life plan is. Like it doesn't have to, like if I go to college, it won't have to be like get rich or die trying. It can be like get rich or I have a backup plan.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So I
work with
think
this, work
I
with
think
that.
a little like one of the big reasons I've decided I want to go to college is for the experience, to network, to meet new people that I like in where we live. We live in a very small area. I see the same
We're very isolated.
100 people all the time.
Yeah,
I know
that's it.
everyone here.
Yeah.
I've never really had to meet anyone new that doesn't have like a mutual friend or know
Yeah.
somebody that I know.
And I think that's also really weird too, because it's just like you'll be walking through any store or whatever and be like, hey, that's so and so's aunt and uncle.
That's
Yeah.
so
You know what I mean?
aunt's
And
sister,
that's so
and you
odd.
know.
That's so odd to me, because you'll walk in, you'll go 2 schools away and go to some game and be like, hey, I saw those people
Yeah, I
at
know that-
at the fair. That's
Hey, I've been
so-and-so's-
playing against that kid since 4th grade.
That's so and so's, and it's like that's so and so's stepdad. Or that's so and so's ex-wife's girlfriend,
Yes.
boyfriend. Like it's weird.
I think the only opposition I had about college, because I agree with like the social aspect.
Yes.
That's probably my main factor. But the only opposition I had was, so the way our economy is today, where they want you to become a specialist. They don't teach you how to get
Yeah.
wealthy, right? Which
Yeah.
is, for the economy, that's probably good.
Yes.
They want you to be a specialist in whatever like degree or whatever. So if you went for marine biology,
Yeah.
they want you to be the best marine biologist.
Yeah.
They don't want to teach you how to invest your money, how
Yeah,
to make more money.
Yeah.
You're not
And-
there for that. You're there to be a marine
Yeah,
biologist.
exactly. And that's, I don't know, I kind of want to have a lot more assets, but and I think the the pros outweigh the cons with college.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
I
And
agree.
I feel like
I
it's
wasn't
also
thinking like that though.
well no but it's also almost that a lot of that stuff you have to learn on your own, and
A lot
you
of
know
social shit.
yeah, but it's like a lot of that stuff you have to learn on your own after. But it's like they also don't teach you how to like climb ranks in jobs or whatever. You know, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
A lot of it is like, a lot of it is just kind of like we're gonna give you this, and to kind of do anything, and to kind of like I don't want to say branch out. You mentioned a lot of assets and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like the whole point of college is let's build you a professional resume. That way, when you walk into this,
Yeah.
you can go, I have a
I have a
degree in
degree
this.
from here.
No, it's like I have a degree from here. I do this. I have this, and then all of a sudden you're showing responsibility. You're showing these different things or whatever. And I feel like college is like building a professional resume is a huge part in life. Like
Yes.
I think that right there is a huge goal to have. But I feel like college only gives you the degree factor, which is probably half of a resume.
But the thing about that, that degree will get you a job right
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
college.
yeah. That's it. And you know, people were like, yeah, well, you know, I went and got this degree just to come out and make I don't know $50,000 a year. Like that's so dumb. And it's like, well, that doesn't mean you have to work that job for the rest of your life.
Well, the thing,
you know what I mean?
The thing that we listen to a lot of people around here, where they work for $50,000 or whatever. Which around here, if you make $50,000,
You can have a good living.
You can have a good living.
Yeah,
But,
it's not that.
you
It's
go-
not that bad.
Especially like the more, you usually go more towards Columbus. I feel like your pay. That's why a lot of people branch out and get jobs elsewhere. Because the pay is higher, and then you can come here and live
And then
for
you come
cheap.
here and you live for cheap. Well, that's just
Yeah.
like all the dads and all the blue collar workers or whatever go on the road. And it's like my dad was working up in Toledo for like 2
Yeah.
years. You know, where he was driving.
Waking up at 2 a.m.
Yeah, no, and he was driving up there. But it's like you know, living in that bigger city, you know, working in that bigger city and working like that. That payroll's
Yeah.
that's way different just because. And it's crazy to me that just even an hour, 2 hours away, like you said, Columbus, you know, going an hour away, like cost of living
Yes.
does go
It,
up.
like, almost
dude,
doubles,
an
triples.
apartment here and an apartment in Columbus, that is
Probably triple.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
it's
think
the
it's
biggest.
triples.
It's the craziest difference
It's
ever.
it's in a lot of and you got to also like add in like taxes and
Yeah.
shit. One thing I will
Evade
say
taxes.
Don't pay
evasion.
them.
One thing I
The IRS
obviously I
busts
came
it.
to the
Fuck
the
the
conclusion.
IRS busts it.
Tyler and I were talking about college, like whether I should go or not, like, and then we kind of decided that if we went together, it'd be fun as fuck because it's college. We get to get away from our parents. Pay a lot of money though, which my parents are pretty broke, so
Hey, there's also free gym in college.
free gym
Free
and
gym.
That's a good.
um
I'm not kidding. That's like
That is good. That's everywhere.
also
Yeah.
somebody a couple of people have told me like their children, like obviously they're not children anymore, but their son or
their
daughters,
kin.
their offspring went to college and it was the best years of their life.
Dude, look at I can't say. Look at
David.
look at
Hog.
look at Mr. Stan and Kenny. You know.
Yeah.
And you know those two. The the
Okay.
ones.
The
That's the one
OUO,
guy.
yeah?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like literally the man when I would go to college.
Well, the
Okay,
person in mind that I was talking to said that like she didn't know if her one son was gonna go, and he was kind of like he was working a job that could have made a decent living, but he decided he wanted to go to college, and it completely like gave him a new personality. It completely changed his life, and this is like a
Dude,
this is more of like a higher up dude who's like very popular. Who I'll tell you guys who it is later, because I'm not gonna just say this.
Did Mr. Randy Marsh?
We'll talk. This guy won't come up much, but I guess he can be Brandy.
Okay.
This can be Kenny's mom.
Kenny's mom. Okay, that's fine.
Yes. So, I think college can really, if you get what you want out of college, like in the social aspect, and use it as network, I think you can have a very good experience.
I
in
also
college.
feel like there has to be a standard set, like a standard where you not only do you know what you're getting, but you have to kind of know what to expect a little bit, because you got to think about all the people that just are like you know, your girlfriend's roommate who just went in 2 weeks,
Yeah.
dropped out. You see what I'm saying? And there's
And
so, and I feel like
fucked her up.
there's somebody I know a kid who's, you know, like, and I know kids who just are so smart or whatever, got through like a breeze or whatever, and they got into their master's program, they went into their you know their grad or whatever, and they dropped out. You know what I'm saying? Like but like there's got to be an expectation set where like you got to go in for the right reasons.
Yeah.
We're like, I really do want this, and even if I do want to change my major, or even if I do want to do this, I do want to have this on a resume. I do want to have this certification later on in life. I'm gonna go and do it.
If you really like want to be like really ballsy with what you want to do, like if you want to do something like real estate, like stock investment, drop shipping, which is something we can get into here in a sec, which is what I really wanted to do. I think you can make a lot of money online
E-commerce.
in today's society. But I was thinking, what if that doesn't work?
Yeah.
And I have nothing.
Or what if in 20
Well,
years?
here's
gone.
the thing.
Yeah.
That's why I think drop shipping and e-commerce period is such a niche market right now.
Yes.
Just because, but it's right
a
now.
great way to
now
make
here's the
money.
thing though. It's really big right now, but there are so many methods and stuff that people are doing right now that are not very sustainable at all.
Here it is. The fucking Chinese is always making money off of us, and now we got a chance to make money off of them.
Yeah.
They sell for cheap. Raise the price. I'm making money off of you, Chinaman. You can fucking mute that. That's a little racist. Oh, damn it. Every time.
He's 0 for 2.
I'm fucking 2 for 2, damn it.
But there's
If you heard that blank, it was something about kittens.
It's gonna be the SpongeBob talking thing again.
No, do
Carmen.
no. Do the Charlie Brown talking on the phone.
Yeah. Anyway, back to e-commerce and
Yes.
stuff. That market right there, I don't think it's a very sustainable thing that can be. I don't know. Like you have to put a really really lot of work into it for it to be sustainable. For like, if you go into that market now and do what all these other teenagers are doing, where they're genuinely drop shipping, where they have no inventory, but they're buying off wholesale and then they're reselling it on places like Amazon, but they're doing it on even other places like there's Shopify's a big one. There's GoDaddy. There's Wish, but Wish is more like
Etsy.
Personalized stuff.
Some
Etsy's
stuff on
one.
Etsy.
There's there's more too. I think there's one. Big Commerce is one.
Did you know that like pretty much every ad you see on TikTok is drop shipped?
Yeah. But there's a lot of markets like that. But I know that some people do it on eBay and stuff. But I know it's against eBay's terms of service.
It's
and they made it
completely
against that.
legible though, because essentially the company's making their money that you're doing it for, and not only that, but you're putting it out.
But you
there.
got to think about how unsustainable it is if you buy in bulk so much from a wholesale store, right? They send it out to so many of your customers, right? And every single one of those customers is and has like a bad review.
Yep.
You tried to go too cheap with something, right? You didn't check it out. You didn't see what the seller was selling you. You sent it out, and they all give back bad reviews. And I know a lot of people are still doing it on eBay, but imagine getting all those bad reviews back to a seller on eBay, right? And what's your excuse? Because if you use the excuse, well, I bought it from this person and just sent it straight to you, whatever, that's illegal on eBay.
Yeah.
So now you're gone. Because you can't use that excuse. You'd have to be like, I'm so sorry. You can return it. I'll return you your money. And then you're stuck with all this stuff with horrible reviews on it.
And you're out a lot of
Yeah. But, there's also the thing with, like, that's trial and error.
Yeah.
But it's got to be something where, like, you have to put the time into where, like, you're emailing people, like, hey, what's the quality on this? How do you feel about this website wholesaling? Because, what's the quality, just...
I think that's why also when it comes to drop shipping, I think it's the smartest way is to specialize in a certain product.
Well,
because you can do all your research. Like I saw like this guy, what he would do, he'd go on Facebook. Facebook gets you the ads, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's seeing them. He would go through them, and if he was like going for glasses or something,
yeah,
I think he would buy like each one of these glasses that he was considering selling to people, and he would just test them, see which one's the best, and then that's the one he would
yeah.
ship
Well,
out.
and that's why I said when it comes to sustainable stuff, you should watch this guy on YouTube too, and he said he's been drop shipping for like, I want to say like 10 years or something.
Yeah.
And he said when he started, and he said him and his wife both had good jobs, but his wife hated his job, and he's just trying to, actually it's a great YouTube channel, I'll shout him out. I think the name of his channel is just My Wife Quit Her Job. I think that's the thing. And I think that's the name of his channel, and
Okay.
I feel like I think his business is very sustainable in the way they have multiple different stores and they specialize in certain things. But it's crazy to see that he found this little niche product that makes a ton of money. I think one of his websites sells linens. like that. It's just linens. It's like
Yeah,
little
yes.
linen napkins or whatever. And that site right there makes money. And then he brings up other things where like he has classes and stuff that you can join or whatever. And he said one of his students sells leather working tools. That's
Well-
it. And he'll buy leather working kits and then he'll sell them. And that website right there is making that guy a living.
Yeah.
And they're just little tools, but guess what? That's
You're,
so niche
That's
and
what I would.
specialized.
That's what I would like to do. Like, obviously, I don't have enough money for a MacBook, but maybe a Christmas present if Santa's good to me this year. I can get a MacBook, right? His elves are up there making them. I
Hammer
think
nails.
I think I'm gonna try and get into drop shipping. And if it works, it works. If not, I'm gonna have to get a job.
But like I said, that's just like a lot of that stuff is so specialized though.
yeah,
I
you
feel like it
have
would
to
be
know how to do
Yeah,
that.
but
It
it's-
has to
it-
be almost a profession.
like marketing it and doing all of that, but like it's so crazy to me that they're the guys I've seen TikToks and just different stuff about like go on wholesale and buy like what was the one I saw the other day? It was like buy 50 of these plastic bag organizers. So they were. It was like a little box. It was like a little wooden box or whatever. And had like 3 sizes. You put plastic bags in it, right?
Yeah.
Go buy these here. They're $3 a piece if you buy 50 of them. It turns out like $150. He's like, and on Amazon they're selling for $30. He's like, so you go and put them on Amazon. But getting, you have to go through all that Amazon certification and stuff like that, and then
Because
you can just sell 'em.
Amazon does not like
Well,
drop shipping.
Yeah, they don't. But it's allowed.
Garrett's-
It's legal, but they don't
It's
Garrett's
a-
appreciate
brother,
it.
Garrett's brother told me the story about this guy that he met. Or not, maybe it doesn't matter that he knows, but he's like 14, 15 years old, right?
Mhm.
And he sells these light bulbs to different like Target, Amazon, Walmart, and he's like a millionaire at like 15 years old.
Yeah.
From just doing that product.
Yeah. Well, there's
Which
there's
is
stuff
insane.
like that too. You can get on Walmart and do the same thing where Walmart on Walmart's website or whatever. If you get an item approved by them, you can stock Walmart's website where you put that item up and you do that. In fact,
Yeah.
I have a Walmart account where when I said I was going to dropship or whatever, that was the one I was going to do it on because Walmart is such a
They have
wide
everything.
variety of places.
Yes.
They have everything, but also the only reason Walmart carries everything Walmart carries is there because it sells.
Yeah.
That's why it's there. It's the place where these are just like your
You
run of the
could
mill
do-
items.
You could do like general appliances. Yesterday, or not yesterday, like I would say about a week ago, Caden and I, my brother and I, went into Walmart because we got a new microwave, but the outlet we have is a 2-prong, and we needed a 3-prong. Or we have a 3-prong plug for the microwave, but
But
the
your
outlet's a
outlet's
2-prong.
2-prong.
So we had to go in and get the adapter. And
Yeah.
I was like, how many people are just coming in and buying the adapter?
Yeah.
Not many, because
But-
there's like 6 of them on the shelf, but they're not
Yeah.
going to expire.
Yeah.
They're going to eventually make their money back, but
And that's
you
like
go in
the,
and you get it. They
yeah.
have them,
yeah.
which
no
is
matter
weird
what, they have
because
them.
back in the olden times, you'd have to go into like an appliance store
Yeah, or something
and
to
get
get 'em.
that.
But that's the weird part. Is just I feel like that is. If you want it to be sustainable, I feel like it almost has to be a specialized market.
That's how I
Because
feel.
after a while, like, dude, there is so many, and also there's a lot of wholesaling websites that have just been shut down.
Yeah.
It's just just so many that have been shut down.
It's,
so it's like,
completely legal. I think if you go through China, they're like, it's China.
well, no, it's like no, there's a lot of stuff that's legal or whatever. But it was like when vapes were a big thing. Yeah, like when vapes first came out and all the
yeah.
puff bars were big or whatever. You know how many websites were just selling underage kids and then they got shut down. But you don't know what
there
websites
was
are
people.
going to do
There was
that,
people
though.
in our area like buying a bunch of them and selling them.
And then but those people also made a lot of money.
They did.
They made a lot of money doing that.
That's traditional wholesaling.
Yeah, and it's
Same with shoes.
It's crazy to think about. Yeah,
Like people buy shoes, get them for dead stock prices, and then sell them for aftermarket.
one of the things I actually looked at in wholesaling, or like drop shipping or whatever, was looking at I forget what website I was on. Looking at T-shirts.
Yeah.
Getting plain white tees and plain black tees or whatever is the cheapest thing I think I've ever seen. It is absolutely insane to look at because dude, when you go to Walmart and you buy 6 white tees, it's not that much.
Mm-hmm.
You should see how much you can buy 50 for, because it's almost the same amount. It's crazy. It's like $10-15 more. Now you don't know the quality. You don't know. You
It's a
don't know.
white
It doesn't
tee, though.
matter.
You don't
It's
know
a
where you're
white
gonna come
tee.
out. It's
You're
a
gonna
white,
go
it's a
mud
white
in
black
it.
tee. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That white tee might be see-through. Go buy black ones then, and you get 50 black tees. Who cares about a black tee? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna rip it up. You don't care about it
Plain
anyway.
black tee.
But that's
Plain
the
black tee though, you have to be a little bit more of a badass.
The only thing that would
That's
keep
actually facts.
the
Yeah, it
only
is, it
thing
is.
that would keep me from buying clothing is you have to have every size.
That is a big thing. That is a big thing.
That's why,
But what I'm saying when it comes to wholesaling and stuff like that, though, imagine going on just some random website or whatever. A guy who just started a business, like a local, just like a local whatever.
yeah, one of our sponsors, B&D.
Yeah, whatever. And I'm just like, hey, or just like you know how many people you see on TikTok. You know how many people you possibly could see on TikTok that are like, I'm starting this clothing business. Please follow us, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you message them and you're like, hey, guess what? And you put your I'll give you 50 black tees for $50, right? And let's say you bought them for 20, and it probably won't be 20. You probably buy them for 50, but like let's say I'll give you 50 black tees for $2 a t-shirt. That's $100, right? You made $50, and they're like, yeah, of course, because But it depends if they've gotten into that.
Shirt.
It depends if they're gotten into that market or not or whatever. Mm-hmm. But if they're just going to Walmart and buying tees, which is obviously a horrible decision if you're doing that, because you're not going to make a lot of money. You're going to have to sell those t-shirts for very high. Like $2 a t-shirt, here you go. People will be like, oh yeah, or you could even go to an almost bigger thing where they're selling 100 t-shirts a month, whatever, and be like, okay, guess what? I'll sell you 100 t-shirts, $2 a shirt. And that is literally.
They're willing to pay $2 a shirt. They're willing to pay $3.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That is doubling your money, which is also a huge profit margin.
Yeah.
Like,
say you're doing
and a
500.
lot of people,
that's
yeah,
1,000.
and a lot of people. The biggest thing about drop shipping and e-commerce is, I think, the biggest thing is the biggest thing about it is like the profits are so big, because if you're buying these plastic bag holders, they're $3 and you're selling them for 30, that is like 300%.
Yes.
Where that's crazy. But think about just doing something for doubling it.
Mm-hmm.
That's still huge. Because when you think of owning your own business and stuff, you're not making that money. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not, like, all that money almost goes back into the business, and then you're taking out what you need to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like all of that just goes back into the business until eventually, you got enough. But like, I feel like that's why it's so attractive. But how sustainable is that? Like, I don't feel like a lot of it is very sustainable, or a lot of the way people are doing it now. There's definitely ways where it can be.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's very.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You guys in for a shift break?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to take it. So we'll be right back. We're gonna go take a piss break and
Shish break.
shish break.
Shiss.
Shish?
Piss.
Swiss.
Shiss. SHISS break.
We'll be right back. Okay, and we're back.
We are back.
Okay, and we decided to start a topic for this. It's something Tyler's recently got into, and has some kind of obsession with it recently. Is hunting.
An avid hunter he is.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know about that.
I'm
a fellow Guco hunter.
Here and there.
But where we live in this little area, whatever, hunting's a big thing. I think very much a majority hunts.
Yes.
Like everybody hunts. It's a
Here,
huge thing.
here, if you're like, yeah, I hunt. It's not like, oh, you're a fucking animal killer.
Yeah, no, it's
like,
why don't you hunt?
Yeah, no, it's like, oh, you don't hunt. That's
What's
more the
wrong
question.
with
It's not everybody's out shooting shit.
Killing.
Yeah.
Gutting.
Killing stuff. Well, putting them to rest is how I like to put it. It's
Putting
softer
it down.
terms. Putting them, it's just in it. I feel like there's so much
Very
different
great
types around
debate
here.
behind it, because if you go about 100 miles west of here, hunting is not the thing.
Nope. This is a lot. Like, you think about an hour away. Think about Columbus.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Well, like I'm trying to think like almost anywhere around us is just like
Which I can understand that, because they don't really need to.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think everyone should do it at least once.
I think hunting.
I think that is a big thing, doing it once, just because I don't know, because I do know people that have done it once, be like, it's not for me. Like, I know people that killed a deer and were like, I can't do it. It's.
See, I would only kill something like that if I was gonna
utilize it. Yeah.
Now coyotes though.
Coyote. Well, yeah, it's a different story.
But it's still, you're killing them for a reason.
Yeah.
Actually,
that's like
people get actually very mad at hunters, but I think there's like a very, very huge misunderstanding about what hunting means to people.
And what the purpose is.
Like, people go out and shoot a doe, which is not a trophy animal. It's a female deer if you're not a fellow hunter, and actually utilize the meat.
Well, they fill a freezer with it.
Yeah,
they don't
throughout the year.
Yeah, and it's like it's almost a big thing. But the same thing with like killing coyotes. It's just like if you have
chickens.
It's where we are. If you have any animal
Dogs.
that's around, if you have any household pet that is going outside, they almost are in danger from coyotes.
Yes.
Or anything like that. Foxes not so much, but it's like I've watched my chickens get we used to have chickens,
Mauled.
and I've watched them get slaughtered by foxes.
Yeah.
So I mean, even if you're shooting foxes around here, it's not a big thing.
Yeah.
So it's almost anything like that, and a lot of farmers like kill raccoons and stuff like
I
that.
killed a raccoon.
A lot of horse farmers hate
Raccoons
possums.
will
Like
eat anything. They get in your trash. They eat chicken eggs. They eat chickens. They don't care.
yeah.
The problem with killing a coon though is that thing is just gorgeous to look at.
Well, no, that's the thing. That's the thing with foxes too.
looks
Same
That's
with
the
deer,
thing.
though.
It
Deer
looks so
are
nice.
beautiful
Yeah,
creatures.
it's-
A lot of people get mad that people trophy hunt, but I think the thing with trophy hunting is there's almost kind of an unwritten rule where you don't want to kill a young buck. Because it might not be.
Fully grown, but they want it to
Big.
reproduce. They want the genes to stay
Yeah.
in the area.
If you kill a nice mature buck, either you're gonna kill it with, I would hope, a good shot that kills it almost immediately, or in a few years, the way deer typically die is either they're going to get too old to run away and they're going to get killed by an animal,
yeah,
or the way deer die, and the reason their lifespan is not too long is the way deer eat is they rub their teeth together,
yeah,
and their teeth get so dull at the end of their
They just can't
lifespan
eat.
that they can't eat and they die of starvation.
yeah. And there's buck fights and stuff like that, but that's a rare occurrence that
I
they die
think-
like that.
People that get butthurt about killing a deer is kind of like there's so many deer, especially around here. They kind of like
You know,
overpopulate.
somebody knows somebody who either has hit a deer or you've hit a deer personally,
Mm.
and that's the thing with population control is
Well, that's a big thing. That's a big thing about deer,
They
though.
eat
Is
your
people
crops.
get so upset about deer, but it's like no one's pissed off about people going and killing whales and killing
Yeah.
killing things that are going extinct.
Like I can see like I would never
Well, they
go
are
kill a
pissed
fucking
off.
silverback gorilla.
Yeah, or go killing like rhinos. The rhinos just went
Yeah.
extinct and shit. Like killing things that are like that's a different story because guess what? Are they like do you get really any use out of killing that rhino than like selling the horn and getting
No,
money? Like
no.
that's all for selfish benefit. And yeah, killing a deer could be looked at as selfish benefit, but it's like
you're
we
feeding.
eat the deer. That's just the food. That's natural
think-
selection.
I
That's the
think-
food chain. That's everything.
I think hunting like at a young age brings about an understanding of where your food comes from. Like when I was younger, I killed a deer and then saw the process behind how do we eat this, and we just killed something, and now we're putting it into our body. And I don't think there's a more primitive way of doing things
Yeah.
than that.
And I think also like taking the life of an animal kind of teaches you the value of life.
Yes.
And
Well,
certain ways.
there's a lot of
That
lessons
thing
we learn.
just-
And then there's also the people that they'd almost disagree with it. Like Joe Rogan's a big one where he hunts and he loves hunting,
Yes.
but he does it in the most skillful way possible, which is like bow hunting,
Bow hunting.
using recurve bow. And that's just like
The thing
that's
is,
more
like,
of a skill thing.
the thing that Joe Rogan does, and the thing that I think all hunters do, is a lot of people who don't understand hunting, which is understandable if you don't understand because you don't grow up around it, you don't understand the ins and outs of hunting. The way you see it is you go out, you kill an animal for game, or you go out and you kill an animal and then eat it when you could be eating a cow or a chicken or whatever that's like domestically raised. But the thing about hunting, let's say deer for example, or even a coyote, or maybe even fishing, like the things that go into that is you have to understand. To go out and hunt, you have to understand the life of a deer.
Yeah.
You have to understand that animal and actually really appreciate it
Yeah.
more than anyone who doesn't hunt would.
Yeah.
It's not for the killing. It's more about you have to appreciate it.
Yeah, it's
You're
the
in-
it's the skill, it's
you're
the
in-
time. Like it's effort.
You're in
It's
their
definitely effort.
habitat. You're in their environment. You have to know how they're moving, what time of year it is. You have to know like maybe what they're eating.
The rut.
You know,
Yeah,
you have
like
to know everything about that animal. If you're going to kill a coyote, you have to know that maybe they're wanting some probably roadkill. They're scavengers. There's noises you make, and the same with deer is you have to know what, like, there's calls, and there's more that goes into calls than blowing air through a tube.
Yeah.
You have to know when, what call, and it's a lot that goes into it. And with fishing, there's certain times of year that fish won't eat. There's certain
Yeah.
times.
There's certain times of the day. There's certain weather.
There's certain
everything.
Is
different
spawn
lures,
around? What
everything.
lure do I use?
Yeah.
How do I reel? It's just a lot more than let's kill it. But
Yeah.
I feel like it teaches you more skills more than anything.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think-
and that's the. I feel like that's the biggest appeal to it.
Yes.
Is learning about it, learning how to do it, how to do it right, and
This
it's
is
not
very
necessarily killing.
this is very extreme too. But say like society goes to all shit, and you're living off the grid, you got to find your next meal.
Hunter.
You're going to wish you knew how to hunt
and
find
growing
an animal.
crops.
Well, there's also just a lot of stuff like that that's just fun to do. I don't know. Like, it feels good to learn about something and then execute that action
Yeah.
in like a different sort of, like, okay, you're camping.
It's rewarding.
Yeah, you're camp. Yeah, it is rewarding because it's like I put effort into this and now I'm using it in a
Hours.
way. Yeah, and it's like fucking days, dude. Hunting is a
People
big
put
hunting's a big
cameras out
thing. You know, like
and
when you're
study
going
what
out to
deer-
hunt, you don't go sit out in a stand for 30 minutes.
They
and you're
name-
like, oh, nothing came.
they
You sit out
name-
there for hours and hours and hours and hours.
In the cold, typically, they name, like, big time hunters will have cameras and they will have deer and study how they move over the years.
Yeah,
and
just
how they grow and
behavior,
develop.
everything. Yeah.
Like a full on scouting report on this deer, and they have names for them, and like, it's honestly pretty awesome.
Thing is, too, after you shoot that deer, you have to track it. You have to learn how to track that animal.
Yeah,
And if
well,
not,
blood trail.
Yeah.
Which isn't easy.
and then it teaches you how to gut it. You
Yeah.
know,
Rip it out.
all that stuff that
Don't
you
bust the
shouldn't.
piss sack.
What's the other sack you don't bust?
The
It's like
shit
it's-
sack.
It's the shit sack, but it's like I don't know the exact.
The
one.
bladder.
It's oh my god.
Bladder, yeah.
I've done that several
Every
times.
time I've seen a deer,
I shot a deer in the bladder.
Every time I've seen a deer gutted, they fucking bust the shit sack. Every time, and you're sitting there and they're like, "Isn't this awesome?"
I don't
like,
think we've ever busted the piss
No.
sack. The piss sack's worse.
I've never busted the piss sack.
Imagine a
seen the
deer.
piss sack.
Imagine a deer, or like an in-heat doe. That piss is fucking rank. That thing is fucking steaming. Like the piss of a doe is how a buck will track.
You ever killed a
Sure.
doe?
Yeah, my first deer was a doe, and then one year we didn't have any meat, and it was late in the season. And I was like, well, I might as well shoot a doe. Usually I just let them pass, but I was like, I might as well kill a doe. Next day I ended up killing a pretty big buck.
I think for because I've never went deer hunting actually, and I
Mhm.
think for my first time, if I would kill a buck, it would only be a buck. I would not shoot a doe. For my first time, because I don't have to.
Right.
I mean, I don't have to pack a freezer.
That's
like
true.
I've went
Yeah.
so long without it, like, I don't have to. Maybe nice,
It
but
would have to be like a nice mature buck that's passed its
Yeah.
genetics along.
That's
you
exactly
you
how I
don't want to
feel.
kill like a
A little
little
Bambi.
spike, because you don't.
Well, that's the thing. That's just the thing with killing bucks. Period. It's like they should be at the end of their life. You know, at the end of their
there's
life, they should
potential
be. Yeah.
too that you could waste.
yeah.
So
So, and that's the thing with, like, that is literal natural selection. The bucks fight. Whoever's most dominant spreads those dominant genes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's who breeds.
I mean,
Whoever wins the fight.
that goes on with like every animal.
Yeah.
It goes
Like,
on
which is crazy thing.
It,
But it
to a
does.
degree, it goes with humans too.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Not-
not
we don't
anymore.
really fight, but you know we
Some do.
some do.
If you want to have like an alpha bloodline, you have to be the alpha male. Like, if you want to have if you want to have strong, athletic, like maybe smart children,
Tall.
you have to spread those genetics.
Rule number 1: you always marry a tall woman, except for you two,
Why?
because you guys don't.
I'm tall.
Mm-hmm. See, but I'm
I'm like 5'2".
I'm like 4'9".
I'm like 4'10".
Yeah. So we're pretty tall.
We're pretty big. I'm getting
Pretty-
up there.
We're pretty tall. Yeah.
Um,
These are mini couches, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we are in actually a tiny house.
Yeah. So we call it a clown house.
We can fit 20 of our buddies in a little Fiat.
Yeah.
We usually go on day trips in the Fiat.
Our,
It's nice and
our
spacious.
Fiat has a little clown nose on the front of it.
Speaking
Yep, that's it.
of clowns, not actually clowns, but this is a topic we wanted to get into a little bit. Was the Santa Claus thing?
We can get into the Santa Claus thing.
We can.
Tyler,
Go ahead.
Garrett, what exactly was it?
Do you think
your wording?
There's two questions that we may ask our audience and ourselves. Do you think that you should have your children believe in Santa Claus and then break the news to them that
It's not true.
it's
not
not
real.
true and that you've been lying to them and deceiving them their whole lives? Or do you or what is the if so, what is the appropriate age at which you should break the news?
I feel okay. I definitely think there's not a chance in hell that your kid's not going to learn about Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Now, whether you're putting that in your, whether you're telling your kid like, well, if you're good this year, Santa's whatever. When your kid goes to school, there's definitely going to be that kid.
And I'm
like,
pretty sure who told me Santa wasn't real was someone in my class. It
Yeah.
wasn't even my
Well,
parents.
that's the thing.
I was like,
is,
fuck off,
but dude, coming home being like,
Yeah.
where's Santa?
It's a big talk, dude.
Where's
Santa's
Santa?
huge, a huge part of our
Yeah,
culture.
it's like, where's Santa? And then your parents are like, what do you mean, where's Santa? Well, some kid in my class told me that Santa isn't real.
Man, I
Think
will
about how
say,
much
And I started
joy.
thinking about it. We don't
I
even have a
also-
chimney,
Think about how
Mom.
much joy Santa brought you as a kid, though.
that's
Yeah.
what I will say. Like, is there's
Dude,
a
I set out
legitimate
milk and cookies, dog. I had carrots out for the reindeer.
Yeah, me
There's
too.
a legitimate.
Me
There's
too.
like a legitimate, like magic behind what Christmas is. And then once you learn that Santa's not real, and your mom is just like, all right, go to bed. I'm gonna put these presents out.
It's not as good.
I still feel like it's a cheerful thing, though.
Oh, it is. It's just
but
less
it's-
cheerful.
Yeah.
The fantasies aren't there.
Yeah. Same with like Disney when you find out
It's
they're
the thing.
fake.
I really think
That's not actually Goofy.
I remember staying up with my brothers.
That's not
and,
the real Goofy.
like, I remember, like, my brothers never told me Santa wasn't real or anything.
Yeah.
You know, I thank them for that. That's cool. You know, but
Right.
like,
I
I
was
feel like I
9.
feel like it's still a cheerful thing
I
though
was
because
9.
it's
You were
like
9 too?
I feel like it's the thing
My
where
mom told me though, because I had a very tough impulse that he wasn't real, because somebody also told me.
I think someone told me.
Santa's
I went
fake, and I
home
was like,
to my mom and I was
"He's
like,
not."
Mom, let's be real.
That's what I said.
Is Santa real or fake?
She's like, no.
And then she told me, I'm pretty sure I went to my room and cried. I was fucking heartbroken over that.
It's
It's
traumatizing.
devastating.
my brother had a dirt bike one year and the person my dad bought it off of it had like a big bloodshot eyeball sticker on it and like all these things on it. And when my brother came downstairs and he saw the dirt bike, my dad looked at him and was like, Santa was a rad dude. Like, this is Santa's dirt
Dude,
bike.
no, I got 1 year, I believe. This is how young I started playing COD. Back on the COD topic, we'll stay away from it, but this is part of the story. I got Black Ops 2, and I was, I think, 8 years old. And my parents, they played this off very well. They were like, we are not getting you Black Ops 2. It's a violent game, and it's naughty.
That's what my parents do, though.
Okay?
And
And then
like,
Santa got it for me, and I was like, how the fuck does Santa know how to make a DVD? Them elves ain't fucking making DVDs.
you
up
don't know,
there.
man. You don't know. You know.
I got a PSP 1 year, and I was like, not a chance they're up there with their little hammers.
Like hammer and nail and steak.
Yeah.
My mom and dad wouldn't let me get an Xbox. I remember that. They're like, you ain't getting no fucking Xbox. It's
That'll rot your brain.
Yeah, waste of time. And then I come up, first present I opened, pretty sure was the Xbox. I was like, thank you, Santa, man. Fuck these guys.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
guys are
Xbox
losers.
doesn't do shit, man.
Xbox rules.
Literally. That's what
I think I may or may not have like stayed up for several days straight playing the Black Ops 2 campaign. And it was time of my little life.
My little life.
I just played the first.
I got some
Call-
good shit that Christmas, and that was the only thing I was doing. Black Ops 2.
I don't know what I'm gonna get for Christmas this year. I
First-
wonder what Santa's gonna get me.
Santa's
What is your
Cole.
what is the name? What does the names on your guys' presents say? Like, okay, for example, like when
Santa
no,
from
mine will be like from like Santa, and
From
mine
Santa.
will be like from this guy, the elf, and then it'll be like from Vixen,
And mine
No,
from
mine was
Rudolph,
always-
from Blitzen.
still today
No,
it's from Santa.
Mine will be like from like the different reindeer and shit. It'll be like from from Dancer.
Mine was
Dancer.
never like that.
Dancer's the gay one.
I thought that was Prancer.
Oh, it is Prancer. Prancer's the gay one. Do you know the order of the reindeer? Donner,
Dixon.
Donner,
Don.
Donner,
The
Cupid,
first two
Dixon,
are wrong.
Blitzen, Comet,
Dan-
Cupid.
There was
Damn it.
yeah
Dixon.
no there was
They never said Rudolph though.
Rudolph. I'm trying to sing that song in my head. Dancer, Prancer, Donner, Dixon, Blitzen. I never say
No.
Vixen.
Comet.
Comet, Cupid,
Donner.
and Blitzen.
Donner,
Dixon.
Blitzen. It's Blitzen.
Is there? Yeah, there's no Dixon. There's Blitzen.
Dixon.
So we're wrong with
Shitson.
Dixon. Shitson and pissin'. Got you the best gift this year.
What about Damn It? Donner and Damn It. They're brothers.
Damn it, Donner.
Damn it, Donner. You shit on
Damn
the
it,
lawn.
Dixon. You're pissing on Prancer.
Do you guys believe in the elf on the shelf shit? Like, do you think you should use an elf on the shelf?
Fuck
I
up
never
on the
did.
shelf.
I don't
Yeah,
even
I never
know.
did. Fuck up on
I've
the shelf.
talked about this with somebody. We're gonna have to,
What, Elf on the Shelf?
because the other parents are gonna have one, and they're gonna be like, "Where's my elf on the shelf?"
That's
I'm not
actually
gonna-
not. my
I never
friends got
cared,
one.
dude, because everybody who I like everybody who I ever heard at Elf on the Shelf was like, it's haunted and it moves in the night and it does that. And I'm like, fuck that shit. This is Christmas, dude. This isn't Halloween.
Yeah.
I'm down for a cheery Christmas, man. I don't want this little elf running around my house and shit.
Facts.
And then I also figured out that that's a big lore thing where like the parents move that thing around to scare the kids. Right?
Into being good.
That's the thing. And I was like,
my grandma used to fake calls to Santa.
I used to get them too. Mom was like, what's on your list this year? I gotta give it to Santa.
yeah, dude, I used to do something bad. And it's like, okay, Santa.
I'd cry, dude. One thing.
Actually, I don't know if my mom and dad ever did that.
One thing that my mom and dad both did that
my
was
friend's
like
mom did that.
that was goated and kind of ingenious was I was like old enough to not be using a binky, like a pacifier, and they'd be like, and they'd say you have to put them under the tree so the baby reindeer can use them. I completely stopped and put them like every single one under the tree. Swear I'm using that on my children.
Huh.
That is crazy.
It's genius because I was like, that makes sense.
I never had a problem.
That does
with
make
binkies.
sense.
Travis used to suck the fuck out of one for.
I didn't
did
have a problem with them. It was just time for me to give them up.
I did, but the time
No,
I
like
think
Travis-
I think I gave them up later.
I mean, I was
But
like 17
I think the moment
when I gave mine up.
I think the moment my mom was like, "You're done now," like she never really like enforced, but the moment she said, "You're done," I was like, "Okay, whatever."
You're a big boy
Cool.
now. Big boys don't use binkies.
And I was like, "Okay."
That's what would get me. I'd be like, damn, bro, I gotta grow up. I'm 13.
The same thing with diapers. It's like big boys shit their pants, not their diaper anymore. So I quit.
Yeah, for real.
Big boys do shit their pants.
They shit their pants, not their diapers.
No, it takes a real man to shit his shirt. Anyone ever? You guys ever shit your pants at school?
No.
Yeah, you did. Tyler once shit his pants and had to flush his boxers down the drain.
I went skibby all day. Remember that.
One time, dude, this is the most like traumatized. This was the biggest deal to me when I was in first grade. I went to take a piss right in the urinal. In first grade, I was probably 6 or 7 years old, very young, right, to be just pissing on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And I had jeans on. I remember this, and like the flap of the jeans was open, and I was pissing.
Oh,
and
fuck.
I pissed on the little flap of the jeans and just kept going, and it pissed all the way down my legs. And I came back to class like bawling my eyes out that I just pissed my pants, and everyone was like looking at me.
I thought you were gonna say you got your dick stuck in a little zipper.
Oh, I've done that too.
I was like, fuck. Did I tell you about yesterday?
That's
Yesterday I was doing
traumatic.
like side raises with shoulders.
Yeah.
And I brought it down, crunched the tip of my dick together, and now there is like it almost kind of looks like a bruise on the tip of my dick. Mm-hmm.
Dude,
It fucking hurt.
I've gotten some, dude. Once
Okay, wait, real quick before we leave this, we gotta if they actually make it to this part in the podcast, right? This
We
is
went
very,
from Christmas to dick.
No, this is where
That's
so,
how it is.
so last episode was boobies with a Z, right? This one's got to be like shit my shirt.
Shit my shirt.
It's got to be something where if they make it to this point,
Comment.
because we're an hour and 20 in, so it's got to be like stained shirt,
It's gotta be
zipper dick,
Zipper
Zipper
dick.
dick.
zipper dick. Well, I don't
Comment
know.
zipper dick if you've made it this far, and you'll be entered into a giveaway of our choosing.
Zipper dick with no eye in the dick.
Remember
Zipper
we,
DCK.
speaking
Zipper,
of like,
zipper DCK.
you guys remember that giveaway? We did that one year.
Oh, okay. Can I tell the story?
Yeah, you can tell.
Oh god.
Okay, so when we were in 8th grade, you're gonna hear a lot of stories about when we were in 8th grade. We started this gaming clan. This wasn't our first gaming clan. This was probably like our third.
We've had like 10.
We had Yark was what started it all. Yark
I
was
was
the next phase. Everyone loved the Yark videos. That was our age.
Yark was awesome.
Yark was very cool. We found out what YouTube is.
You
Realized we had a
know.
passion in it, which probably
Carrie.
led us to this.
Gary, Wyrack.
Anyway,
Dizzy baby.
Yark Dizzy, Yark Carrie. And then a couple of buddies of ours had a clan. Keat was in this clan. X clan, just the letter X, right? And we decided, hey, we might move over to this clan. When Yark fell apart.
What was the Fortnite one with William?
Uplink. Uplink was
Uplink.
Siege.
That's the giveaway one. No, it was
Yeah,
Fortnite.
no, I'm gonna get into that.
No, Uplink was definitely Siege.
It was Fortnite and Siege.
Fortnite,
I
man.
played Siege and Fortnite.
Because you used to
And
put,
then we had
Fortnite clips
and then we
on
had
Twitter.
the fuck clan.
Fuck, Uplink, fuck, Uplink,
I remember-
X,
Yark.
Yark. There's another one.
There's another one we
Night.
had.
Flicks.
Flicks.
Flix was the Siege
Flicks
one.
was Siege.
Flix was Siege. I understand that. Yeah.
Okay, so back to the story.
Flicks.
The next one
The
in line.
Flix is the one we got now.
Yes. Anyway.
Well, not now. That we just still have the accounts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because my fuck account turned into my Flix account.
Yes.
That's
So
what I mean. Fuck. I remember fuck.
You were at FUC?
FUC.
My Phoenix, baby. That was me.
Uplink was next in line when we were in 8th grade. We started in 6th or 7th grade with York, and then progressed our way up to Uplink. And Uplink was 2018, 2019-ish. And Fortnite was really big at the time. We played Siege a little bit. I played Siege a little bit on there. And a little bit of Battlefield 5. But we had this clan, and it was doing surprisingly well for how very low quality it was.
Yeah.
We had a Twitter account. We posted clips on Twitter. They were pretty good clips, if you ask me.
We were low key good at Fortnite.
And we were getting like 150
Yeah,
likes.
so
We were getting like 150 likes on our shit and getting a bunch of views to us at the time, which was like 200, 300. And we were like, we need to do a giveaway to like spread the word out about us, right? We were gonna do a $10 Xbox or $50 Xbox or PlayStation card.
I don't know. 50 seems like a little bit of a stretch.
I think it was 50.
Damn, might have been 25.
And all you had to do was follow us, comment, and like repost it. So we ended up getting like how many? And you had to comment something.
We had a lot.
Like a lot of people we didn't know, and we got quite a bit, right? But our our whole plan all along was that there was no giveaway, and that the winner would be this random guy
that we made up,
who was our buddy Bill, and his name on Twitter was James Schilling. James Schilling, long story short, wins the giveaway, and then
he's like, "Thank you so much,
and then he's
guys.
like, "Thank you for the giveaway."
We're gonna eventually have to give away
And
a
then
$50 Xbox card.
Eventually,
never did.
that James Schilling account that William made
Was commenting on
went on to bash the school.
stuff.
We had this one teacher we hated.
No, it was also school days and stuff, though,
Yes.
wasn't it? No, snow days.
It was really like,
Snow
"Fuck
days.
you,
Yeah,
school."
our-
No, he's like these roads are terrible.
Yeah. Our school, when it would be snowy and they wouldn't cancel school, James Schilling would like they
Remember
posted
Schlicker the cat's asshole.
2 hour delay. And
remember-
James Schillings would get in there and be like, "What the hell you gotta do? Put
One
them kids
time-
on a bus."
One time, I swear, our principal was wondering who James Schilling was.
Like,
Do you
oh
guys know
my
who
god!
James Schilling
I remember.
is?
I remember.
No.
Just, I remember
Some parent.
genuinely just checking the
Yeah.
school's Twitter to see if we had school or not. And James Schilling,
There's always
first one on,
comment.
first one
He
on
didn't
there,
tell us.
first one on there. Get them kids off that damn bus. You
think-
gotta go wreck.
I-
It's so icy
I
outside.
believe he said something like
Slicker and
he
shit.
said something about a teacher and that got him blocked.
A full paragraph about a teacher.
And
About
it
how
got him blocked.
ripping her hair out and shit.
Okay. Yeah, that's Cartman's mom,
No,
That's sleaze.
that's Tweak.
Mrs. Tweak.
Fits her well. She did drink a bunch
Oh,
of
James Schilling.
Oh god, she was something else.
She was
I remember
something
getting
else.
there be like, "There's no kid that goes to our school with the last name Schilling." I don't think.
Dude, there was one from. Well, I don't know if I can.
They'll name drop.
I was just gonna name a school, and it's not even around here.
How far away?
Canton,
Run it. Yeah.
East Canton, and his last name was Schillings, and we thought about James.
I remember that. Was that in basketball?
Mhm.
That was in basketball.
I find myself thinking about Tweaker's class a lot.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That was the time of my life.
That was fucking awesome.
That was like prime Apex, Fortnite, dude.
I gave birth in there.
You
Who'd you give
did.
birth
You
to?
did. Yeah.
Remember, you
you
were the
delivered the
doctor.
baby, damn
Oh
it.
yeah, I was the doctor, and then I ate chalk.
First day, Garrett walks in, draws a big old dick. Never forget that.
That wasn't the first day.
It
I drew a massive.
It was the
penis.
first week at least.
Drew a massive penis on the fucking
Cabinet.
cabinet.
And she was just like, "Boys will be boys."
No, she loved me. She
Oh,
wanted to
she
have
fucking
sexual
hated
relations
me and
with
William.
I hate
She
it.
That's
hated
not
me,
true.
William.
Don't fire her for that. I was just kidding.
Yeah.
She hated me and
Just-
William.
But they don't even know what we're talking
Remember
about.
she
No,
put-
they don't.
She put William against the wall.
I remember
She
one time.
put Harley against the wall.
One time, this was a different teacher. Somebody from a different school that I was talking about might have been us. So this tweaker dropped the book right in front of us
Miss Tweaker, you mean?
in a skirt.
Okay. Ooh.
Bent over right in front of us, picked it up. No,
Couldn't it be
Everything.
me that saw it.
it wasn't me either.
Everything.
It was me and you.
Yes.
That's something a young child shouldn't see. But we probably fist bump.
We-
Fist bump.
We did. We did fist bump.
Right afterwards.
Awesome.
I remember it perfectly. We're looking over, and then
We were actually doing our work
we
this
were,
day.
yeah we never did our work, but we were actually doing it. We shifted our eyes over like at the same time, and she. no panties were seen that. Like
That wasn't us though. It was a
no,
different
not
school.
no, but there was no panties. I heard
Yeah.
From the guy who
saw it.
That's just a rumor, though.
Just a rumor. I don't know.
I mean, it could not even happen.
I'm trying to think. We had a few comments on our last podcast of stuff we should do, and I only remember one.
Look it up, Dud.
And well, it was I know one. It was about. You guys haven't watched the movie Smile, have you?
No.
One of them was give a review on the Smile movie.
We gotta
I
go
haven't
watch
seen
it.
I watched it,
Don't fucking spoil it.
and I will just say personally, this is all I can give. I don't want to spoil it. So this is the only information I can kind of give. As a person who likes watching movies, and I appreciate good movies, there is some creepy shit in it.
I heard it was very creepy.
And there's some shit that will scare you, and just kind of, put you on your toes a little bit. But rating it as a movie, rating it, like, from its plot, the way things go in that movie, I think it was a bad movie. Now, obviously,
the
the point of a
top
scary
ones there?
movie is that, but having a scary movie that has a good plot, has a good story, and really is kind of you can get into, and is interesting other than the
Holy
fact that you're going to
shit.
get scared.
Davion watched the whole podcast.
I know.
He commented boobies.
Yep. Shout out Davion.
He wants to
dude.
hear the
Davion.
Yeah.
We'll add him to the fucking. We'll do an actual giveaway.
Yeah, no,
Something small. I
so
would
like,
pour,
but like I said, it's just a movie where it was kind of hard to get into. It was kind of just like waiting for scares all the time. The plot wasn't the best. It
Yeah.
wasn't. Rating it as a movie, not good. Rating it for like being scary, yeah, it's creepy. Whatever.
William said he was in there for 15 minutes and told him, "We
Yeah,
gotta get the
there
fuck
is
outta
some
here."
there is some like I said there is some creepy shit in it or whatever.
you
But
would.
like when you're like me and you watch a movie,
Mitchell.
when you watch a movie for the movie, it was like.
Dude, I watched Halloween a few weeks ago. Oh my fuck, it was horrible. I'd
Heard
rather
that.
watch paint dry.
Heard that.
Dude, I haven't seen the
Mm.
I haven't seen the new. Fuck, what's it called? Terrifier.
Terrifier 2.
I haven't
they
seen the
they
new.
Fuck
say
that shit,
they
bruh.
say that that's making people vomit in movie theaters.
Dude.
People have to leave. People are.
Dude, gore does not affect me.
Dude,
and
listen.
that is the only exception.
Tyler-
Gore doesn't affect me. I don't give a fuck about Gore. It's that
Terrifier.
fucking clown.
No, listen.
No,
me and
dude,
Tyler
it's
at
the
Ty-
gore.
Okay, after this is over, we're putting that bitch on there. I got fucking chills
No,
thinking
me,
about
yeah,
that.
me and
sumbitch.
Tyler are sitting at Tyler's house and we're looking for a movie. And I said, Tyler, you have to watch Terrifier because it is hilarious. It is.
It's fucking goofy.
It is the goofiest movie in the world, and it's so funny because like one of the first scenes is that there's two girls in a restaurant and they're like, and they're being,
The
they're
worst
just
part is
whatever, and this guy walks in, sits down at the booth, and starts staring at him, and this one girl's like, hey, what's he doing? And the other girl looks at him and is like, I don't know. And walks over, sits on his lap, and be like, "Can I get a picture with you?" And takes a picture with him.
Dumb.
And then this pizza guy comes over and is like, "Hey, sir, what can I get you to order?" And he just doesn't respond. But he's sitting there staring at this girl. She's like, oh, "He's so creepy." And it's like it's the
that
dumbest
is
thing.
fucking
It seems like
scary.
satire.
Dude,
like,
he
and Tyler hated every second. He's like,
you know the scene.
Scary movies do not affect me fucking at all.
Do you know the
I don't like looking at some creepy ass clown doing facial expressions. Like he's
it's,
literally like
it's just such a joke.
smiling doing this.
It's
Do you
it's,
know
Like
the,
it's good. It's supposed to be goofy, but
you
then
know
he
the-
just.
I don't think it's
just-
supposed to be goofy.
If
but
I
it,
say
it
the
seems,
scene
it's
where
so
he
goofy.
hangs the girl upside down, do you know what I'm talking about?
I've
Yes,
not,
I
I've
do.
not saw that.
That
I don't even want to
fucked
see
me
that.
up.
I
Did
don't
it?
want to see that.
Who gave it? I don't give a shit about that.
Can I? I'll spoil the first one. I don't give a fuck.
I ain't fucking
You-
watching it.
You can do whatever you want. I don't care.
He cuts.
He
the,
saws her down.
he cuts her from the vagina down in half,
Saws her down. In half.
and it's
Looks like it's like a
terrifying.
Mortal Kombat fatality.
Why the fuck would anyone want to see that?
I don't think you go into it like
Dude,
I'm gonna see a girl
here's the
get
thing,
cut in
though.
half from
Here-
the vagina.
here's the
There's
thing-
people like that. I
No,
swear
here's the
to
thing
fuck.
though. You see stuff like that, right? Like you, Terrifier 1 didn't get any. I don't know if it got any real backlash.
Yeah.
You know, especially the second one too. Like this second one, they were like, "We're taking it out of theaters. We're not airing this movie anymore." Just people vomiting. I think it was like heart attacks and stuff going on. Maybe
me.
like there
Yeah.
was like vomiting, like can't handle it, like the goriest movie in the world. And it's like compared to the first one, how can you get any worse? Kind of.
I heard the
It's
first
bad
scene
stuff.
is worse than the
first scene-
whole.
The first scene of the first one, this girl's carving this girl's face out.
We gotta watch that. Okay, I gotta see. I didn't
You
give it
saw
a
the
chance.
first part,
I
and,
didn't
and
give it a
after,
chance,
after
but-
you saw the first part, you were like, "This is kind of dumb," because it's just this girl laughing, and she's like, "Carving her face."
Okay, I didn't think it.
When I explain it, it sounds a lot worse than it looks. It's
Gore,
like,
that shit. I'm telling you, it's that fucking.
you can tell it's so fake,
It's
though.
the clown,
like,
though,
it's,
bruh. He's just scary looking.
I don't have a fear of clowns.
I do,
because
to
they're
a
just
degree.
people behind a mask.
I do to a degree.
I have more of a fear of like
goblins.
Like, what do you mean by
ghosts, scary ghosts.
that? I have a fear of spiders.
Oh, that's irrational. I have a fear of snakes.
I don't know. I'm not afraid of a snake at all.
I'm not
Dude,
scared
snakes
of
are
either.
fucking goofy. I don't like them.
I don't mind
fear of either.
snakes.
I don't care about spiders because you can go like this and kill them.
I have a fear
I don't
of.
wanna
I have a
touch a
fear
spider.
of like. I don't know. I think it's like a big size thing for me. Like crocodile. No, but like okay, if I see a snake, right? Look at how small that thing is. The thing. Now, if it's poisonous, it's like a different story or whatever. But
Yeah.
if I see like a black snake or whatever, I can see it and I'll pick it up, no problem. I'll grab it. It doesn't
I would
matter.
rather be
But,
around
like-
a crocodile than
But
a
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
tarantula.
That's the thing about like.
Tarantulas are harmless.
That's the thing about a
But still, they're
that's the thing about a
fucking scary to
tarantula
me.
too. It's like you could step on it, but it's like guess what? You're running an alligator or
Oh
a
my
crocodile.
God.
You ain't stepping on
you
it.
just
you ain't
run in
killing it.
zigzags.
I'd rather that fucking.
Yeah, but that thing. Ooh.
I'd rather
They're
that
fast
crocodile.
as fuck.
Yeah.
I'd
But,
rather
but,
it
like,
eat
but here's
me.
the
You
thing.
know
It's not that I'm scared of them, but it's like in all reality, you should be a lot more fearful of a crocodile over unless you're like sleeping and some black widow's
me.
crawling
You know what
on
I'd be scared
Not
of
me, bro.
is that nobody talks about is ostriches.
Oh, dude, I'll fuck
They're
you
dinosaurs,
up. They
dude.
will fuck
Dude,
you up.
They can slice you in half with their feet. They can run in 3 steps. They can get
It's
to
like-
like 40 miles an hour. They have a 2-inch chest plate, so if you shoot one with like a 38 caliber from 6 feet away, this is Mike Rose said this on the Theo Vaughn podcast. I was watching that last night. It'll bounce off.
Yeah, no.
You can
what,
fucking
what's
shoot
their,
'em and
What's
they'll
their top
bounce 'em.
speed? Like 70?
Wait, so have you guys
60,
ever been to
70.
That's a
that?
cheetah.
No, 70's 85.
Have you ever been to
Ostrich is like 70.
Sheesh.
Have you guys ever been to the
Or six-
Amish
it might be
place with
60s.
the animals? Like when we were younger, up
Yeah.
in Amish country, they had ostriches, didn't they?
Yeah.
Was that what they were?
I don't know. I seen
They
all the
came out with my
ones.
grandma. No, not the wilds. It was like an Amish country. Like, it was like a petting zoo.
They had buffaloes right next to my house at that lodge.
Yep.
They had
I know what-
buffaloes
I know
and
what
like
you're talking about.
llamas and zebras.
That's where.
It's where Brett's getting married.
That's where.
It's a nice place.
Mm-hmm.
That's. Is that where my mom and Daniel got married?
Might have been. I
think
wouldn't
that's-
doubt it.
I think
that's
that's
right
where-
next to my house.
No, yeah, I think that's where they had the
They
giraffes
sold
and stuff
all the-
like
they
that.
sold all the
yeah,
shit.
they sold all the stuff though. Yeah, but
What's
they
it
had
called?
it there.
Something lodge.
Great Wolf?
No,
No.
that's a water park.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh my god.
I forget what it's called. It's
Hella
literally,
hard.
it's literally right by my house, and I've only
Yeah,
been there twice.
it's
I don't
it's
even-
really
I know
nice
it's
in
like
that
privately
place.
owned.
We
It is
stayed in there.
very
It is
nice.
insanely nice in there. It's like that place is awesome.
It
Never
is
been there.
nice. It's literally
Like Suffolk nice?
no, it's not a huge.
It's not that
lodge.
it's not
like
that
a
big.
big
It's not
house.
that big. It's like a huge cabin.
Yes,
It's really nice though.
it sits on the top of the hill,
Yeah, it's really
and I
cool.
pass it every day, and just never like even wonder. But I broke my finger there once though,
Wow.
running in flip flops,
How did that get your finger?
because I fell and my finger fucking like landed in a hole. Like I stopped myself, my finger landed in a hole, and it was like
Yep.
I broke my finger like 3 times, and it's the most dumbest fucking way. Like,
Yeah,
breaking
you
your
do-
finger
you
fucking
catch like
sucks.
this.
No, break it.
Tyler used a
Breaking-
ball. Tyler used a ball in like Waterboy. Captain Insano.
No, freshman year. Dude, it's just because, like, oh, I can't play because my fucking finger is broken.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? It's gay.
It sucks because I don't know, they're like bullshit injuries, but they're just enough where it's like,
Yeah.
you're out.
Be like twisting your ankle. It's fine. Like it just hurts. It's like soreness, but like you don't want
You
to.
can't move.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck it up anymore.
Yeah.
It's swollen to the size of a water balloon.
Really.
A small water balloon.
I thought you were going to say a water buffalo.
A hugga balloon.
what is that?
What is a hugger balloon?
Look it up.
I don't think a huggable is anything. It's gonna be some incredibly racist term
Yeah.
or something.
Oh
Hugga.
no, I hope not.
Balloon.
I'm gonna have to blur it out. No one's gonna know what we're saying.
How the fuck do you...
I'd say it's one word.
Oh, you didn't?
It didn't-
Hug a balu?
Hugga baloo.
Alan?
Let me fucking try it.
H-U...
Okay, how about this?
UGA.
We're not gonna do comment. We're not gonna do comment. This is okay. So we're gonna throw a curveball to everyone watching,
Curveball.
right? You got to comment huggabaloo then.
Well, we don't know if it's racist or not yet.
Pending.
It's not even coming up. Maybe it's just some bullshit.
Okay, have you ever heard huggabaloo?
Appalachia
Hang on.
slang.
Hugga baloo. Oh, it is a thing.
What is it?
It's a
Oh, hullabaloo.
hullabaloo.
We've been saying it wrong.
No,
A
we just
commotion or a fuss. It is a hullabaloo.
no. So I've heard that, but we came up with huggabaloo. Right? So they
Somebody
got to comment
did.
huggabaloo.
Huggabaloo.
Comment huggabaloo.
H-U-G-G-A.
Spell it however you want. A loud
Yeah,
noise
as long
made
as we
by
can sound it
people who
out,
are
it's
angry.
huggabaloo.
It's just a commotion.
Oh, or a fuss.
A real hullabaloo.
Hugga.
I like huggabaloo.
I like
Sounds a
huggabaloo.
lot- Sounds a lot
better.
goofier.
Okay, well, if you made it to the end of this episode, comment Huggabaloo.
Or Hulla.
Forget Zipper Dick or Zipper DCK. Forget
Or
that.
Zipper Dick would work.
Either or.
Let's be real.
Well, we're like 30 minutes past that.
Really?
Holy
No. I don't know when he did that. Maybe 20 minutes.
All right,
shit. How deep are we into it?
Huggabaloo. We're at an hour 40. We're gonna wrap up here soon. Might wrap
You
up
want to
right
wrap
now.
it up now?
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in to Welcome to Basement episode 2.
We,
I think this was a good one.
We appreciate anyone who is, like I said, watching and listening.
Yep.
Listening while they do their homework, listening to sleep.
Anything. It's a podcast.
And we appreciate all feedback, even if it's negative.
Yeah.
Let
Give
us
us
know.
your feedback. We'd love
Any suggestions on what you want, anything you want to hear us talk about, like anything possibly, our standpoints on anything, or outlooks, anything.
And
anything.
if you want to be featured in the podcast, let one of us know.
Yeah. Let one of us know.
We will make it happen.
Yeah.
Eventually,
Yeah.
trust me.
If you.
I think. Wait. When are we doing?
I don't know. We're gonna get a few
Features.
episodes out first, but if anybody does want to be on the podcast,
We could
and
bring
you're
some.
on whatever-
We could bring someone in this weekend.
Yeah,
Are you doing anything?
I want to do. Of course. Yeah, my weekend's packed. We can't do this weekend.
Okay.
But I want to get. I want to
next
get.
week in the morning.
I think we're gonna get one more episode out,
Well, I think it'd
and
be
then
better.
I'm gonna get it on Spotify and stuff with this episode. I'm gonna get it on that. I don't know about Apple Music yet or
I'll
iTunes.
handle the TikTok
I
clips.
don't know about that. Yeah, we need to do that. But like I said, after I get it on that, just let us know if you want to be featured on the podcast. I mean, it wouldn't be a big deal.
No.
You know.
It'd probably be more fun.
It
but,
would be more shit to talk about.
Yeah.
More
So,
opinions.
I mean, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.